the lead taken by IIT Madras and other IITs for developing this SWAM courses. Then there are so many other institutes who have joined. And as we will go through and you will see, there is a treasure, not wealth, it is a treasure. It is a treasure island wherein you can find out almost every subject which is touched. And you find there so many thousands of courses which will be useful to the teachers to get themselves trained, as well as to the students for going into choice-based credit system. In true sense of the word, we should allow the students to learn, or to any learner, anytime, anywhere learning. And that is the philosophy which is supported by this MOOCs. And that is the reason I have named it as a choice cream. SWAM MOOC NEP 2020. You find there all these are abbreviation. SWAM, study webs of active online courses for young aspiring minds. SWAM, study webs of active learning courses for young aspiring mind. SWAM. The name was coined by Honorable Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, who inaugurated some course related to anytime, anywhere opportunity to the learners. So SWAM. SWAM is Indian counterpart of what is otherwise known as MOOCs globally. MOOC. Massively online open courses, MOOC. And now, over the period of time, when we ventured at the national level into NEP, National Education Policy 2020, these MOOCs and SWAM courses then came into forefront. So wherever guidelines of NEP are to be followed, you'll find that MOOCs and SWAM are already available platform wherein students can learn anytime, anywhere, any course of their choice. And both AICTE as well as UGC, All India Council for Technical Education, for technical programs, and University Grant Commission for non-technical programs, both of them have promulgated regulations in 2016, as early as 2016, wherein the regulations are trying to integrate MOOCs and SWAM courses into the university curriculum, and what all credits they are going to earn out of these MOOCs and SWAM courses, those credits will be reflected into the mark list. And there is a choice available to the student to opt for 20% of the total courses and credit through MOOCs and SWAM. And it becomes mandatory on the institution and university to incorporate those extra earned credit into the mark list or grade sheet of the students. And then those credits can be deposited into academic bank of credit. All this one by one we'll look into. But the gist of this, if you look at what is going to be as a teacher, as an educator, what is going to be the benefit to you as a teacher out of this SWAM, MOOCs and NEP? there was an apprehension when we started discussing these programs in face-to-face talk with the faculty members. And I was the chairman of that committee at Sant Gadagababa Amravati University for incorporating MOOCs and SWAYAM courses into the curriculum from technical side. Myself and Dr. A.B. Marathe and two more members were three. It was a 5-member team, and wherein we tried to integrate these courses as per the guidelines and regulations of AICTE and UGC into the regular curriculum and syllabus, and allowing in each semester at least in 1 year at least 20% of the courses. Suppose there are 10 courses, and out of 10 subjects in 1 year, out of those 10 subjects, 1 subject per semester the student can take from MOOCs or SWAYAM, and the credit which he earns there, that would be reflected into the mark list. This was done as early as in 2017-18. 19, there was a direction. And then once NEP came in, now it has been incorporated very much. Now this SWAYAM and MOOCs courses, which are announced by UGC every semester in the month of November, December to start from January, and in the month of May, June to start from July. There is always an announcement that these courses are available from MOOCs and SWAYAM, wherein the students can opt for. And it is the responsibility now of the Board of Studies of every faculty. Board of Studies, it is a responsibility to identify the MOOCs and SWAYAM courses available to the students as well as to the institutes in particular semester. Because what happens, the course which starts in July, its exam is taken in the month of December. That which starts in January, its exam is taken in May, June. And the exam timings are such that they don't overlap with. Our university exam timetable. So it is possible for the students to appear for exam and then get the credits, get the certification, and those credits and certifications, then they will be added into the mark list grade sheet. And that has become now part of regulation of every syllabus. So coming to SWAYAM, MOOCs, and NEP. Most important to understand first, it has been hammered on upon you several times, NEP 2020, NEP 2020, NEP 2020. Briefly, what it is. What is NEP 2020? National Education Policy 2020. It is a landmark policy aimed at transforming Indian education. See, way back, if I remember, it was somewhere 1972 or so, when some policy decision was taken, and then this 10+2 system came into existence. Since then, the education policy continued with the legacy. Now that internet has entered into every area, we cannot remain aloof from that technological advancement when we talk about education and educating the masses. The tool can be utilized to such an extent that students will learn any course, anytime, anywhere. NEP has incorporated the use of information technology integrated with educational technology so that the whole Indian education system will be transformed. As you may be knowing, that it is now compulsion that primary education has to be done in the mother tongue, or at least in regional language. Because it has been identified through research, learning psychology, that in the early days of learning, the learner will be able to learn new things in his or her mother tongue. They are more comfortable. The concept can be crystallized very easily if they are indicated in mother tongue. So NEP 2020, that is the reason it is known as a landmark policy, which is aimed at transforming Indian education. And you can see that it is started transforming. Blended mode of learning teaching has already been imposed by UGC and AICTE. If you see, and that see how they have been clubbed together. They have not been isolated. If you see, UGC as well as AICTE's seventh pay regulation. I am talking about seventh pay because we are more interested in that. So what is going to be my pay scale when I am migrating from 6th pay to 7th pay? We are curious about that. But equally, then we should be curious with that responsibility, with that right, what responsibility comes to you? The responsibility, the same UGC regulation of 7th pay, same regulation, AICT regulation of 7th pay, it prescribes the guidelines for teaching mode. And there very specifically it has been written that it is compulsory incumbent on the part of every teacher to get trained into the recent technological advancement and incorporate those things into teaching learning process through blended mode of learning. Blended mode of learning means some portion of the lecture or lesson must be available to the students online, anytime, anywhere, and part of that only should be discussed in the class in face-to-face learning teaching process. And that is known as blended mode of learning. Blended with online as well as offline. For practicals, for lab sessions, there could be virtual laboratories. Yes. But then those virtual laboratories should be supported equally by the institute through physical laboratories wherein student will be testing whatever he has learned online. So it is the NEP 2020, a landmark policy which has transformed now the Indian education system into a blended mode of learning. And not far are the days, even if you see AICT regulations of examination reforms, it has been encouraged by that guideline that open book test should be allowed. We want the students to get freed from rote learning, mug up the things, memorize the things without understanding the concept, appear for the exam, whatever you can recall, you put it on the paper and then forget about. You get good marks, you get a good grade, the student gets a good grade, becomes first class first. And when it goes to practice, practical, the results are contradictory. Because the legacy system of examination and evaluation has unfortunately encouraged this kind of rote learning. Rote learning means you mug up the things, memorize. Pages to pages, students start mugging up. And then, I should not use that term, but they go to examination, then vomit it there. Vomiting is a correct word, which one of my gurus have coined, because the moment it is vomited, nothing remains in. So it is very bad. It is supporting, the new guidelines are supporting not only blended mode of learning teaching, but it is also supporting question bank. That as you are providing the syllabus, that what in particular unit the student is going to learn, on that particular unit, you provide him most likely questions and ask them to prepare the answers. So it becomes focused. It will concretize. Yes, if this kind of question is asked, in what manner I should write the answer, in what manner I should express my understanding. For that purpose, examination reforms are needed. You go for ask. I have tested that in 2019 when these examination reforms were proposed by AICT. We experimented at our college. And for unit test, I will share with you my experience. For unit test, I suggested that there should be open book exam. Unit test should be open book. In the first instance, when we declared it, students were so happy. Oh, that is good. Because you are indirectly, as you name, that you are indirectly allowing them to read from the book. But then let me tell you my experience. While we declare open book, we said that only textbooks will be allowed, notes will not be allowed. You get the textbook, whatever is mentioned in the syllabus, whatever number of units are going to be covered in that unit test, those will be indicated early. And then you come along with those textbooks, appear for exam. And earlier when this exam was conducted only for 1 hour, because of open book, we made the timing 2 hours. 2 hours time for 15 marks unit test on 3 units or 2 units. Let me tell you, only once I could conduct that open book exam. Once it was over, all the class, the whole class came to me saying, sir, our conventional method of exam is good. We will study home, prepare, come prepared, and then we will write the answers. Because they could identify. I will tell you my experience. I still remember it was the subject digital image processing. And I have framed the questions. And I told the students the page numbers where this result is, rather answer to this particular question is found. Number of pages, page number 67 to 75. In these pages, you will find the answer to this question. Students had to read those many number of pages. He has to identify the gist of it, and then he has to prepare the answer in his own language and then write. This has taken so much of task for them that they said, okay, sir, no, our conventional exam is good. But then those who were serious about, some of the students who were serious about, they found that, sir, this method of examination is good because we were forced to read, which the habit students have. Because as you know, as a teacher, notes, ready-made notes available, something from AI-based chat GPT kind of thing. You give a question there and it will give you a ready-made answer. What student is going to study and read? He just takes it out, and sometimes suppose some of the teachers are allowing, yes, you can bring the computer printout. So he has to simply take that printout on paper and submit. We have made it compulsory that it should be handwritten. So that is the compulsion. Now coming to examination reform, evaluation method, these are part and parcel of MOOCs and SWAM as well. So NEP, a landmark policy aimed at transforming Indian education. I have elaborated it for the reason, why do we say it is a landmark policy? Because it has got some revolutionary concepts, which unfortunately the new generation is easy to accept. They are very happy to accept it. But generation like ours, I have seen my colleagues criticizing, sir ये ऐसा कुछ होता है क्या? ओपन बुक एग्जाम अपन ने कॉपिंग और चीटिंग अलाउ कर रहे हैं. You go to Stanford University site or some Harvard University site, in law, the degree of law they are awarding, the exams are always open book. Because they see in practice what a lawyer is supposed to do. He has to skim through all the case laws available from years together. And then from there, he has to take out the decision. So you cannot ask a lawyer to remember each and every case law, even if he is specializing in particular area. All the rules, regulation, everything, he cannot memorize. So they are open book. And you will be surprised to see that there is one open book exam wherein they award grade to best cheater. Cheat sheets. They ask you to generate a cheat sheet. And the best cheat sheet is awarded a good grade. Because you have to see the profession, in what manner those professionals are working. If an engineer is supposed to design something, you ask him to design something rather than only explaining on paper, okay, write down a diagram and all. Yes, that is required for understanding, analysis purposes. But as has been identified by those guidelines, that evaluation should be done based on Bloom's taxonomy. Bloom's taxonomy, that you have to evaluate a student based on how much he could remember, how much understanding of the concept he has done, how much analysis he can do, then how much he can design, how much he can innovate, and finally, how can he convert all these skills into a deliverable design and product. So those evaluation methods are designed. Bloom's taxonomy allows us to design the evaluation method in such a manner that all these faculties of a learner, they are tested. Define. Can he remember? Explain. Has he understood? Given a diagram, analyze and show the input-output. So, likewise, given a situation, what decision is to be taken? And given a requirement specification, design the system. So this gives. NEP 2020 focuses on accessibility. These three things are important: accessibility, quality, and equity. AEQ. Accessibility, equity, and quality in education at all levels. See, it is a single sentence, but it is encompassing vast concept. Accessibility. Accessibility, what, to whom, at what level. Equity means what? Quality means what? And at all levels means what? It is not only level of primary education, secondary education, middle level, higher education, professional education, Levels also means certificate, degree, diploma. Level also means the age group. Young people, working professionals, older generation. So when we talk about accessibility, the courses should be accessible to anyone, anytime, anywhere. One. Equity means there should not be any bias or with reference to what is the location, whether the person belongs to rural area or urban area, or he belongs to a particular gender, male or female, or financial, poor or affluent, nothing. Equity. Equity before law, as we say, it is equity before education. And quality. The material should be generated that MOOCs and SWAYAM courses should have the quality which will really make a learner to learn and understand the things. So, what are SWAYAM and MOOC? SWAYAM, as I said, study web of study of webs of analytical learning for young aspiring minds. And MOOCs, massively open online courses. They are online platforms designed to make learning more accessible, that aligns with accessibility, and flexible, equity, aligning perfectly within the definition and guidelines of NEP 2020 goals. SWAM and MOOCs, they seamlessly align with NEP 2020. Accessibility, equity, and quality. By providing the inclusive and accessible educational opportunities to a diverse range of learners. Diverse range of learners, when I mean, it means that irrespective of the area, irrespective of the geographical, language, geographical location, background, financial status, all this, and age group also. Most important part of NEP 2020 is that before embarking upon what should be provided to the learner, there is a separate, what all this HRDC is running through Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya Center of Faculty Development. It has been identified that you cannot have good learning resources utilized to the full extent unless and unless your teachers are fully equipped with those technologies. So, NEP gives equal importance to teachers' training. Your career advancement scheme of promotion has been linked with your training programs, teachers' training program. And for that purpose, I will just take you to one of this. An important aspect of NEP is enhancing teachers' quality. SWAYAM and MOOCs, they offer numerous courses for professional development, ensuring our educators are well equipped. Look at this. I will take you to one of the teachers training material, which is available at SWAYAM. This is one of the very popular courses. long back I landed on that page. It is Learning and Teaching by Dr. Gaurav Singh from IGNU. At that time, when I landed on this page, there were as many as 8133. It was 2020. It was a 16-week, it is a 16 weeks program meant for teacher education. There are 4 credit points, undergraduate, and this is, you can see some of the idea you'll get from here, that it is an undergraduate level course. Start date was 1st of July 2020. Enrollment was ending on 14th October. And then exam was conducted somewhere in the month of December. It gives you what is the learning and teaching focuses on. This course focuses on. And it is a 16 weeks program, which has been very clearly indicated here. That week 1, understanding learning. Week 2, approaches to learning. Learning for construction of knowledge. Learning in various contexts. Learner in socio-cultural context. Learner as an individual, 1, 2, and all. Then understanding teaching, planning teaching learning, organizing teaching learning resources, managing classroom teaching learning, teacher in diverse role, teacher as an innovator and action researcher, teacher as a reflective practitioner, and professional development of teachers, books and references. Dr. Gaurav Singh, the course is very popular, and you can see he is PhD in teacher education. So, and there is one more thing you can see somewhere. It indicates whether this particular course can be, some of the courses they will be indicated that can this be substituted as a teacher's training module. So for cash purposes, you need some 4 weeks program or 6 weeks programs or some credit to be earned. Then there are certain courses which are replacing those modules. Well, so teachers training, this kind of thing is available. Contributors to research and innovation. Yes, that we are more interested. As a teacher now, it has become responsibility to acquire PG as well as PhD qualification, the entry-level qualification. Though recently UGC has a little bit diluted it, but then sometimes other when you are trying to get promotion to the level of associate professor, the designation associate professor cannot be awarded unless the person has acquired PhD. So research and innovation, indirectly you can work for your PhD, and there are courses available which can assist a teacher in research and innovation. Because research and innovations, they are crucial for educational advancement. MOOCs and SWAYAM platform, they provide resources in research methodology and innovation, fostering a culture of inquiry and creativity. I will again take you to this, another course on research methodology. And this is another very popular, Dr. Bajpai. He is Vice Chancellor of National Law University, Delhi. And this is a multidisciplinary course. Again, it was downloaded in last year, 15 Jan 2024. It started, and exam was conducted on 18th May, and shift was second shift. It is based on a research methodology, how amendments will impact. This is one of the lectures. But you can see this particular course intends to target the students who are pursuing the subject of research methodology as a part of their postgraduate degree course, maybe anywhere. Not necessary that if they are working in criminology or law or sociology or social work. Research methodology, the coverage here gives you an insight into, though it is focused on legal research, but basics of research, socio-legal research, research problem, research design, hypothesis, qualitative and doctrinal methods in research, quantitative methods in research, sampling, methods of data collection, tools and techniques of data collection, data analysis, all these, right from research problem, fifth point, research problem to data analysis, 13. They are all related to general research. Though case study wise, they have shown it to law, but that is the best one. Report writing, quantitative research, difference between qualitative quantitative research, how to prepare the research proposal, how to carry out the literature review, measurement, scaling, reliability, validity, primary and secondary data, survey methods, content analysis, case study method, projective techniques, data processing, statistical packages which are available, SPSS, then drawing conclusions, research, presentation, and then plagiarism. Very nice course. Sometimes I feel that even if we have completed our PhD in research, this course is to be taken as a audit course, and whenever it is launched, at least you should listen to the lectures and try to practice what is indicated there. Nice one. So, research and innovation, the courses are available from MOOCs and SWAYAM. Example course beneficial under NEP 2020. One of the very popular courses which is available nowadays, tech-driven world. All we talk about artificial intelligence, AI, ChatGPT, Gemini, and now that from China, what is that? DeepSpeak. These are all AI-driven. So one is always curious to learn artificial intelligence. But then to understand artificial intelligence, you must have natural intelligence. And you should have desire to learn. So this is a very popular course to see. And in general, for anyone who is interested in learning AI, here I am showing you the landing page of SWAYAM, where you can find out all the courses, who are the partner institutions, then which you can open your own local chapter in the institute, and then you can have your college as an exam center. If you see into all courses, which coordinator you are interested in, you can indicate here. Suppose I say AICT. Course mode, self-paced they are, or they are regular. We will continue with all. Course duration, 4 weeks program, suppose we want to do in AI, let us go. Exam date, let it be as it is. Course credit, yes, we want credit to a course. Now you can see here, it is showing advanced C++, application of GeoGebra, and Cell Designer, certificate course in basic kitchen operations, EDA for circuit design, energy literacy training. You can see front accounting, English grammar for employability, and so on. Category, we will specify here that we would like to go for engineering and technology. So only focused on engineering technology will get. Java business application, LibreOffice suite, all that belongs to. Then Ruby on the Rails, Sifin, and so. Suppose we change our category instead of this, because most of you people are from UGC background or UGC, because I have indicated below category engineering technology not available. Let it be all. Advanced simple purpose, advanced instructional methods. This is from National Institute of Technical Teachers Training and Research for advanced instructional methods. Suppose we go into that course, we'll find that there are 6,619 learners enrolled. Start date was 20th Jan 2025. End date was 11th April. Exam enrollment ends on 28th this month. Exam date will occur on 17th of May. It is English medium. Teaching is the area. And NCRF, National Credit Framework. It is 4.5. This can be a good course for, you see, upcoming it is 4 weeks program and category teaches. There are 2 credits available. Level is continuing education. So this can be, this exam date is observed. This particular course can be taken and substituted as a module. Now comes the main question. How are we going to integrate this MOOCs with curriculum? Massively open online courses, how we can integrate them with the curriculum as a teacher. MOOC, as I have been telling you, it is massively open online courses, a boundaryless educational space. Boundaryless educational space because massive, large enrollment numbers, millions of students can learn simultaneously. Massive. Courses are also massive available. Open, no mandatory qualification. Open to all. Even a primary school student or a retired person like me, you can enroll there and understand, learn. Online, it is fully online. Course is structured course content. So MOOC is an online course aimed at unlimited participation and open access via the web. Online course aimed at unlimited participation and open access via World Wide Web. The basic philosophy of MOOCs is 3 A's. Anyone, anytime, anywhere. Anyone, anytime, anywhere. Anytime, round the clock. 24/7. All the seasons, right from January 1st to 31st December. Anywhere. Location does not matter. anytime, 24/7, anywhere, means anywhere. You may be in a rural area, you may be on traveling, you may be in plane, if it is allowed there. But then you can learn. Anyone, included you, irrespective of your nationality, your educational background, your financial background, or your age, all that. UGC and AICT regulation 2016 made it compulsory for all the universities to integrate these SWAM courses into regular curriculum. So, credit framework for online learning courses through SWAM. This was the regulation. And regulation means it carries force of law. It is compulsory. UGC was issued in July 2006. And AICT regulation came in August 2016, following the suit. Now, what this credit framework wants is, it is going to be made available, the courses, to the learner. So first step is learning courses, means online learning courses to be made available on SWAM platform. As just now we have seen, they have declared that this course is going to start from here, going to end here, exam date is going to be here, how much credit, all those things what we have just not demonstrated you, that shows learning courses. It is notified by SWAM June as well as November. Once the learner has taken that course, he is registered, then he will be undergoing the course, he will appear for the exam, and after the exam, he gets credits. So there has to be a facility of credit transfer. Courses on SWAM permitted for credit transfer. They are permitted for credit transfer. And it has been made. Now, AICT has made 40% of the courses can be taken on SWAM. So, 40% means if there are total 50 courses to be taken over the period of 4 years course of Bachelor of Engineering, then 20 courses out of those 50 can be, 40% of the courses in the program can be on SWAM. So, if total number of subjects in 4-year course are 50, then 20 out of those 50 subjects can be learned by the learner online. Don't get scared that what will happen to me. If the students are taking 20 courses out of 50 courses online, then what is my use? You are going to act as a mentor. There has to be a mentor from the institute wherein students are opting for MOOCs and SWAM courses to be replaced by regular courses in that particular semester. Not all courses. There are, suppose in a semester there are 5 courses. Out of those 5 courses, 2 courses he can take online because 40%. So, 2 courses which are there in that scheme of syllabus and they are parallelly announced by SWAM platform, then those courses can be substituted However, that course will be mentored by the same teacher who is otherwise teaching that subject here. Because what all assignments are there, what all doubt clearing sessions are there, what all practicals are to be conducted, they are to be taken care of by the local coordinator. So even if MOOCs and SWAYAM courses are allowed to be 40% of the total credit, they have to be attended by a regular teacher as a mentor, as a facilitator to that student. So make the learning courses available, make the announcement, allow the student to get registered, allow the students to get learning done online by attending the lectures. Then in between, he gets assignment online. They are to be submitted by mail or by provided dashboard. Then they are evaluated. Those internal marks are then added up to your credits, and then internal plus external exam, that jointly exam is conducted, and then the credit is awarded along the certificate. This credit transfer is to be then reported to the institute where from the fellow has registered. It is your responsibility, your mentor, to take those credits, and through principal, they are to be transferred to the university exam cell, wherein in place of the regular course, this course will be appended, and those credits will be added to your final grades of that particular semester. Choices, of course, yes, 20%. Now it is 40%. Now, how do we move for credit transfer? It is necessary, which our university has already done. It was required, rather it is required that the universities, through their competent authorities like Management Council, Academic Council, and Board of Studies, should make amendment in their ordinances, rules, regulations to incorporate the provisions for transfer of credit for MOOC as per AICT and UGC regulations. This step is already over at our university. Now all our syllabi, all our schemes, whichever are designed under NEP 2020 with choice-based credit system, they are incorporating the availability of MOOCs and SWAYAM courses. So that amendment and all has already been done, and Board of Studies are entrusted with the responsibility of making these courses announced at institute level and then going for it. Once that facility has been regularized through statutory provision, university shall select the courses to be permitted for credit transfer through SWAYAM, through Board of Studies. Then what I was telling you, mentor or designating a course coordinator at every institute. The university must designate a course coordinator facilitated to guide the student throughout the course and to conduct the lab practical session examination. When I say university must designate, you as an approved teacher or as a teacher in a particular college, you are the representative of university. So you will be designated by your principal on behalf of university as a course coordinator or facilitator to guide the student throughout the course and to facilitate, conduct the laboratory sessions if available. And if there are laboratory sessions, then there will be definitely practical sessions. So those practical sessions will be handled, and then practical examinations will also be handled. They will be marked here and itself by that mentor, and that is how your credit will be generated for a particular course having both theory as well as practical. If it is only theory, then examination will be conducted online at the exam center designated by the SWAYAM and NPTEL. Once this information is available, disseminate the information. The university should widely disseminate information about selected courses through faculty members, notice boards, student forums, workshop, and website, as well through board of studies, academic calendar also. The student gets course registered. University to facilitate registration of student mandatorily for MOOCs courses. Then the host institution shall evaluate the student registered for MOOC courses. What is the meaning of host institution? Host institution is that which is offering that course. For example, just now what we saw, it was a Delhi Law College. Suppose that Delhi Law College course is taken by the student. Delhi Law College becomes the host institution. So it is the responsibility of that host institution to seamlessly make the course content available to the student learner, give the assignment, evaluate the assignment, conduct the exam, evaluate the paper, and then award the credit. So it is the responsibility of host institution. The university shall incorporate the marks and grades communicated by the host institution in the final mark sheet of the student, which counts for the award of degree or diploma. However, the university will be responsible for evaluation of the student for practical and laboratory component. And all those marks must be incorporated into the grade sheet or final mark sheet of the student. A certificate is awarded not only by SWAM and NPTEL courses, but then that will be added to your students, learners' final grade sheet. On receipt of MOOC completion certificate, the university shall give equivalent credit weight up to 20%. Now it is up to 40% for the credit earned through SWAM. This is the most important. If any student is denied availability of MOOCs courses, allowing him to get registered, allowing him to finish, allowing him to appear for exam, getting the credit. And those credits are compulsory to be included in the mark list. No university shall deny to accept the transfer of credits earned through the MOOCs courses, because it is a regulation. Regulation of UGC and AICT, they are tabled before Parliament. You may not be knowing this, but the moment any regulation of UGC and AICT is placed before both the houses of Parliament, that regulation becomes a subordinate legislation that becomes a law, and it is compulsory to follow for all the institutions which are affiliated with either AICT or UGC. And if any student finds that he is not getting facilitated by the MOOCs and SWAM courses by the institute or university, it is his right to sue. Repeat, he can move to the court of law and ask for the compensation. And when regulation was available, why university or the institute or why particular institute has denied me the opportunity to register on MOOCs and SWAM courses, get my credits, and let those credits be added to my final mark list. So no university shall deny to accept the transfer of credit earned through the MOOCs courses. Now I will come to, because all these days, just now we were talking about MOOCs and all. You see what massively these things are available. This is a 2021 report. I couldn't get it, the recent report, but you can get it in the current report as well. But here I will be giving you some of the MOOC provider, SWAM being one of them. Growth of MOOCs. Now, more than 950 universities are part. 19,400 certificate courses, degree courses, diploma courses. Hello. Hello. Am I audible? Hello. 220 million students. And what all providers are there? Coursera. Learners are 97 million. 6,000 courses are there. Micro credentials means certificate courses. Degrees are also awarded, though it is very costly. But then MOOC is available. 34 degree courses are. edX, 42 million. 3,550 courses. Certificate courses are available as 480, and there are 13 degree courses. Future Learn is another MOOC provider having 17 million, 1,400 courses. 180 of them are certificate courses, diploma courses, and 22 are degree courses. It is only SWAM which has been integrated to the university curriculum rather than awarding their own certificate and degrees. So under SWAM, 22 million is in 2021. Now it has more than 50 million. SWAM more than 50 million. Courses are more than 5,000. At SWAM now the courses are more than 5,000. There are no micro-credential, no certificate is as such. Means what? See, when a student is completing, he gets the certificate of completion. But that certificate doesn't stand in market as a degree or certificate, which otherwise we consider. So that is to be clubbed with your conventional degree from Sant Gadage Baba University. But then look at this. This is Coursera's page. You can observe here that IITs, AICT, Google, ISB, Stanford, Meta, Michigan University, Amazon, IBM. These are the 200 plus leading universities and companies with which this Coursera is from Stanford University. So definitely, it is costly. Though it mentions here join for free, but the moment you try to enroll for exam-based and certification-based, degree-based, then it goes costly. And let me tell you, the kind of courses, I attended one of the courses on operating system. It was a demo course. Go through that demo course, a demo lecture, video lecture. Physically, you can see the classroom where students are sitting, the teacher is teaching, and that whole thing which is happening is videographed, and then that video, online video, you get on your computer, and sitting at the comfort of your home, you can be part of that Stanford classroom. I had the privilege of attending it, though because of their timing and all, I had to start it at 12:30 night at our place. It was demoed from 12:30 to 3 o'clock. 2.5 hours. A break of some 10-15 minutes between, and that was very nice course, operating system. The professor who was teaching that course, excellent. But then, single subject, it was subjects on operating system, course on operating system. When I inquired about registering for this course, Indian rupees in those days, and I am talking about this, it was 2006 or 2007, when internet facility was very meager, and I had dial-up connection, and through that we connected in the night. The cost of the course in Indian rupees was 80,000, 80,000, one subject, operating system. And that was having credit, I think 5 credits, because it was practical also. 2 credits for practical and 3 credits for theory. So it was a 5 credit course costing 80,000. So you can understand. That time the college fees, annual fees for my computer science student, final year student, was paying 58,000 rupees for all the 10 courses he was learning and getting the degree in final year computer science in India, wherein I was teaching one of the courses to them as operating system. Well, so Coursera, this is one of the website wherein you can land and see what all courses are available. Those who are free courses, they can be joined. They are nice courses. Then comes edX. Yeah, another popular one with Harvard University, Berkeley, Boston University, Maryland, and so on. You can just see 4,79,576 students at that time. Now, suppose I land on this page, edX.org. You go on edX.org. You just try edX.org. edX. edX offers online courses and programs that prepare you for every career moment. Page from where you can go and sharpen your skills. 260 plus world-class universities and companies. Maybe I indicate here. Sometimes when I said Introduction to Computer Science, 12 weeks, self-paced. If you want to earn a subject, certificate, and it starts on February 17th. You can see here, 6 lakh students already enrolled. So the kind of we will revision हो गया है. We were on edX, and from edX, I would like to take you to up to the last ABC, Academic Bank of Credit, so that every picture is clear that where this move fits in, and then so this growth of move, then we have Coursera, then edX, then comes Future Learn, expert teaching delivered by world-class universities and organization. Again, you find here the Open University. This is the best site which I liked, Open University. It is global Open University, the Open University. Really open, and courses are very nice. I will just share one of the secrets with you, that when you are investing so much of your time on preparing the PPTs, you can take help of this, the Open University website, as well as OCW. OCW.ac.in, not in OCW.com, from, I think, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. There the lectures are available. with PPTs, course materials, syllabus, everything. Only thing is that you have to mash up from this Open University and that OCW course and create your own slides. They will be, your students will appreciate it like anything. And you will save your time. You can concentrate on learning new things. This is ours for PG. E-PG Pathshala. Beauty of it, what I like most about this e-Pathshala is this 20,000 plus e-text books are available. 30,000 plus quizzes are available. Most of these two most important things. Explore it. SWAM, yes, that's what we were all talking about, which is collaborative, the UGC, NPTEL, NITTR, National Institute of Open Schooling, then NCRT, IIM Bangalore, IGNOU, Central Education Council, AICT, and whatnot. SWAM, 26 partner institutes. 4,000, now it is 5,000 plus completed courses. Enrollment is more than this. Is showing something like 2 crore. More than 5 crore students have enrolled now. Exam registration is also more than that. And successful certification, now they have gone to million. NPTEL. It is possible for you to open a local chapter, and which I suggest that as an ambassador of your institute, you should suggest to your, and if it is already available, the best method is to enroll, open this local chapter with the library, and then make it available to the students. We have, at Professor Rambeke College of Engineering and Management, Badnera, we have opened this local chapter as early as in 2016. 19th January 2016. Our college IDs and the lady which you are looking at now, she is Dr. Supriya Bejalwar. She has been awarded as a best center coordinator. This certification you get, local chapter, and you get so much of benefits. This was the certificate of appreciation for instrumental role of SPOC, single point of contact for NPTEL local chapter, for 2016, 17. Now, this is one of the certificate which is awarded. I am showing a student here who was registered for, he is a student from electronics and telecommunication. Out of his interest, he was interested in learning fluid mechanics. So he enrolled for this and appeared for exam also. Recommended by NPTEL, the credits were 3. He scored 48%. So it is simply successfully completed the course because 40 to 59. And it was in Jan to April 2019. Another by the same student, wherein he appeared for Python for data science. The person belongs to electronics and telecommunication. He opted for Python for data science from our NPTEL center. And then he got 71%. This 1 credit course it is. An additional 1 credit may be awarded if the university deems it fit based on the actual student effort involved. Because it is Python for data science, it was involving practicals. So choice was given. It is a 4-week program. Choice was given to the student to go to the college and then complete the practicals and get 1 more credit. This was COVID-19 impacted semester. one of the faculty members I am showing here, he scored elite. Elite means more than 75. And elite gold is more than 90. This was on introduction to research. I remember this faculty has registered for his PhD at Aurangabad University. He belongs to physics. And he registered there for, and as a completion of this research coursework, he opted for this NPTEL online certification. So involving 2 credits, so he could get advantage of exemption from coursework because he completed research methodology with 86%. Now, this is another course by NPTEL taken by Dr. Vejalwar madam for technical English for engineers, because she was teaching communication skills to the second year, third year students. It was a 20-hour course she completed, and she was again awarded elite. Elite it is, silver elite. Gold. Now, there is a facility available at our university as well as at Pune University. This is the certificate available from our Sant Gadgava University for Arpit online course certificate. These Arpit courses are online courses are such that they can substitute the modules for CAS purposes. You can just see, I will just read it out if you have missed it. SWAM Arpit online course certification awarded to so and so for successfully completing the Arpit course for career advancement scheme, CAS promotion, innovation and best practices in education skills with a B grade in the proctored examination held on 30th of March 2019, offered by Sant Gadgava Amravati. So this particular certificate can be very well produced for CAS promotion. Likewise, the same fellow has completed another for CAS promotion. It was leadership and governance in higher education level 2 with a grade B by Savitribai Phule, Pune University, Pune. Now comes the last point, that once the student has acquired, suppose, see, there is a facility from AICT and which is going to be incorporated in at our university level as well, that if a particular course of engineering is of, let us say, 160 credits, out of that 160 credits, the student is permitted to take 40% of the credits from MOOCs and SWAM. Means 64 out of 160 credits, 64 credit can be earned through MOOCs and SWAM by the students. Suppose a student doesn't go into any MOOC and SWAM course and regularly he completes 160 credits. But parallel to that, he earns additional 20%. Additional 20 credit, not at 20%, additional 20. Means instead of 160, he adds to it 20 credits from MOOCs and SWAM courses over the period of 4 years. Then the total credit earns are now 180. 160 through regular curriculum at the university and 20 from MOOCs and SWAM. So he is now having 180 credits. These extra 20 credits with subjects he can deposit at the academic bank of credits. This facility is available at Amravati University and at every college. Every college has been compulsorily, every Indian college at least, every Indian college has been compulsorily mandated to be the member of ACB, and all the teachers as well as students must get their account number for this ABC, Academic Bank of Credits. What is the advantage of this? those 20 extra credits which are earned, they will be deposited into like extra money you have earned during a financial year. You save, and those savings you put into your credit. Maybe SIP ke through. You deposit it somewhere. The advantage is that when a student completing graduation from Sant Gadge Baba Amravati and it is NAC accredited, and the fellow migrates to some foreign university, University of Maryland, let us say, and then he joins there a course in computer science engineering. 20 credits are already earned by him, which are available in academic bank of credits, which have been deposited under his name. Now, when he goes to a new institute, University of Maryland, and then registers for MS in computer science engineering, then he has shown that these are the credits which you have to earn throughout this 2 years MS program. And out of those, he finds that 20 credits are already overlapping. Those are the same subject which he has taken from MOOCs and SWAYAM, and those credits are available in his academic bank of credits. So suppose that 2 years MS program is of 80 credits, and 20 credits are already available with the student, then those credits can be redeemed. Redemption kar sakte hain. What will happen? That the 2 years MS program, which was supposed to be on completion of 80 credits, will now become only 60 credits program. So his period of 2 years will be reduced to maybe 18 months or 15 months or 18 months or 12 months. It can be depending upon how the other credits are taken. So this is the advantage of to the teacher also. You can earn those credits and record them at academic bank of credits, and as and when you are taking admission to any other PG program or other program, if you are having already those credits can be redeemed there and you get exemption of appearing. However, all those credits which are redeemed, they will be reflected on your mark list of that MS program from Michigan University. That is the advantage. Credits awarded to a student for one program from an institute may be transferred, redeemed by another institution upon student's consent. Credit transfer is the key to successful study mobility. ACB is enabling the students' mobility across higher education institutes, not only within India, across the globe, provided the university as well as institutes must be accredited either by NBA or NAC. And that is the reason race. Well, so I think, yeah, we are just completing. So let me conclude. Hope I could reach to you and I could clarify some of the ideas from MOOCs and SWAYAM. So if any questions?
Sir,
Let me awaken the people first. Yeah.
one of the question in the
Please.
YouTube chat box,
Ah,
he says that as the government has mandated to
correct.
up the 40% of courses should be there on the Swayam.
Ah,
But in the area such like a Amravati University,
yeah.
is there any possibility to adoption of such kind of courses because there is a digital divide?
Yeah.
This question.
But let me tell you that during pandemic, hello, hello, hello,
Hello, sir. Hello.
हाँ. See, during pandemic, we have conducted online exam. Yeah. Now I am visible also. Visible?
Yes, sir. Visible, sir. Visible.
Audible?
Yeah, yeah, sir. Clearly audible, sir.
So my answer to that query is that during pandemic, all the students appeared for online exam. So where is the question of digital divide? One. Secondly, on mobile devices, these courses are available. Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp. Are they not available? Can you identify any student from any village, rural area who complains, sir, my Facebook is not working? See, it is a lame excuse. It all depends. See, unfortunate part it is because this thing is getting recorded. I will not be able to criticize it. But unfortunate part is that it's very unfortunate. Teachers themselves are not encouraging the student. Very unfortunate. They discourage the students to go for MOOCs and SWAM because they think that if these courses are made available, then what will happen to my job? Baba, वैसे ही the policy, education policy is that you can see during COVID period, education was not taken in essential services. It's an unfortunate part. That cannot be. I don't endorse the view. Okay, there is a digital divide. Because of this mobile technology and nowadays this 5G technology, everywhere it is available. I roam around to Medghat area and inside there, I never had a complaint of net connectivity. Well, anything else? Anything else? Don't consider it otherwise, but we have to understand the fact. और दूसरी चीज ऐसी है कि change is inevitable. As the technology changes, over the period of time, people have to adapt the technology. Otherwise, you please tell me, remote areas are having ATM. ATM. Remote area you go, that fellow has phone pay. You make the payment through phone pay. Where is the question of internet connectivity? This is our own consolation. Because we do not want to change. Unfortunate. I have seen people belonging to my generation, they are so adamant on, सर अपने जनरेशन में जैसा था वो ही बेस्ट था. नो, थिंग्स आर इवॉल्विंग. कीपिंग दैट इन माइंड कि भाई हम जो थे बहुत अच्छे थे, ये इससे बड़े, आई विल नॉट यूज द वर्ड, बट यू हैव टू लर्न द न्यू टेक्नोलॉजी. You have to go along with this. Otherwise, tell me, those who are complaining about this digital divide and all, why they are using mobile phone? Why they are using ATM? फाइनेंस से जैसी ज्यादा सिक्योरिटी तो कहीं नहीं रहती है. You are relying on this mobile phone for transferring your funds, all kind of security. So what is the problem in conducting online exam through this mobile? Proctor based exams are available. IIT JEE के some of the examination, JEE के और IIT के कुछ exams हैं, which are proctor based exams, they are as good as physical examination. There is no cheating possible. So why should we not go for such kind of online exam? Why all the students all from here and there इतना सारा पेट्रोल खर्च करके आप ग्रुप में समर एग्जाम के लिए बडनेरा में, अमरावती से बडनेरा में 1000 स्टूडेंट्स दे कम, भाई कितना नेशनल लॉस है? जस्ट बिकॉज वी आर डाउटिंग द सिस्टम, डिजिटल सिस्टम, सिक्योरिटी बेस्ड डिजिटल सिस्टम can be very well placed and utilized for exams of course content. See, उसका जो टाइम है, स्टूडेंट का, लर्नर का जो टाइम है, यू कैन यूटिलाइज इट फॉर सम मोर कंस्ट्रक्टिव वर्क रादर देन ट्रैवलिंग, और वहीं के वहीं उसको रिजल्ट दो ना. Moment he appears for exam, there itself, and it, see, when you are having online examination, chances of cheating is very low, because to every student you can provide a customized question answer question set, customized. When this online examination, even in this case NPTEL के जो online examination होते हैं, they are taking an exam online only, proctor based online examinations are there. All those certificates I have shown, those candidates have appeared for online examination at exam center. There they go, they identify how this GATE exam is conducted. That is online by TCS. What kind of teaching is possible? Cheating is possible? It all depends on the will. The learner, teacher, those who are involved in the process, they should have political will. I will call it political because we become political there, finding all kind of excuses. सर कनेक्टिविटी नहीं है वहाँ, तो कनेक्शन. अभी मुझे बताइए, अपने 1.5 घंटे का ये टॉक हुआ है पे, हाउ मेनी टाइम्स दोज हु आर इन इंटीरियर एरिया दे फेस्ड कनेक्टिविटी प्रॉब्लम? 1.5 घंटे में किसी ने मुझे बताया नहीं कि सर आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है. When we watch videos on YouTube.
Sir, sorry to interrupt you, sir. So we
खत्म
have
करते हैं. Yeah.
go for the next session, sir.
Yes, please go. Please
Yeah.
go. Yes.
So on behalf of Malvi Mission Teacher Training Center, Sir Gadge Baba.
Sorry, I will interrupt you. If
No, no.
I have hurt anyone's feeling, you please excuse me, because
No, sir.
आ गया है. Yeah.
No, sir. No.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And sir, we are really thankful to you, sir, for such a wonderful, because the experience matters, sir. Whenever you are talking in such a way, you are the mentor, you are the on the place of father for us, sir. And whatever may be the thing
Greatness. That is
you
your
have, because you have spare more than 4 decades in this area of higher education, and you know everything. What about the education and how should be it come? So definitely, sir, your valuable suggestions will be incorporated in our teaching learning in the future and in the upcoming days. And with the kind consent of Professor Ali, sir, I would like to declare that this session will be over here, and we will continue for the next session. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So nice. Thank you very much. Have a nice time.
Yes, sir. Hello, Professor Dethe, sir.
Hello, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Good evening. If you could permit, shall we start, sir?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So, good afternoon, one and all, once again gathered in this virtual platform. Friends, as we I have told you in the starting of this session, the today's session has been divided into 2 separate parts. One part we have already completed with Professor Ali sir, and now we are going for the second and very much important part, that is the skill development. Earlier we have conducted one session on this skill development, and now there is another perspective, that is the NSQF and the NHEQF and NCRF with the that has been aligned in our curricula, in our syllabi. So friends, you know that the skill development has very much important value or in the today's 21st century, and you know that the skills are now there are n number of skills are demanding for the industry, not only industry, for the society also. And therefore the skill develop the NEP has pay more emphasis on the skill development component. So we will discuss this component with the help of Professor Dethe sir. Sir, I extend my warm welcome to you to this session. Friends, Professor Dethe sir is at present serving as a professor and the director at this Malvi Mission Teacher Training Center, Rashtrasant Tuklogji Maharaj, Nagpur University, Nagpur. Sir has basically belongs to the faculty of computer science and engineering, and being a professor of this computer science and engineering, sir is holding a various capacities in not only in the university but also some autonomous institutions also, like as the member of the board of studies, member of the academic council, member of the research recognition committee. In the various forms sir has contributing to the sir has making meaningful contribution to the higher education sector. As far as concerned training, so he is also the director of this Malvi Mission Teacher Training Center, and being a MMTTC family, we are on a mission mode to sensitize and train the faculty members towards this adoption and implementation of this national education policy, sir. So sir is also conducting the n number of such kind of programs and train the faculty across the country. So I will not take much more time, sir. I again extend my warm welcome to you and request you to start with your session, sir, please.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir, for your kind words introducing me to the participants. I hope I am audible to all of you very
Yes, sir.
clearly.
Very much clear, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much. Dear all friends, I hope that you are still active in this particular session. In fact, I had the opportunity to listen to the previous speaker, Dr. Ali, for a few minutes, and indeed, I was impressed with the kind of explanation he gave about the digital divide and all. Indeed, it is need of an hour that we must adapt to the technology. Unless until we adapt to the technology, basically we will not be in position to, make our representation in today's world as such. मतलब आप सभी लोगों को मराठी और जानते हो
Yes, sir.
मतलब if I intermingle Marathi and English in between,
Yeah, sir.
it creates some
Definitely.
problem.
No, sir, definitely, because this program has been launched in the collaboration with our one of the top leading institution, engineering college, situated in our region, Dr. Bawasai Naik College of Engineering and Technology. So most of the participants are from engineering background, and couple of from sir from art science and commerce background. That is from our region, and near about sir 15 to 17 participants from Pune, sir. So all they know the Marathi very well. So it will be going
Okay.
bilingual, sir.
Okay, so nice that to listen to you that so many participants are with the engineering background. Indeed, it will be a pleasure for me to share the information whatever I have gathered on National Credit Framework with all of them. In fact, dear all friends, before actually going into dive into the presentation part. Let me first of all tell you about what is the importance of skill education nowadays, as everybody is talking about. Since we are into the implementation of National Education Policy 2020. Okay. In fact, this National Education Policy 2020 is being implemented in the state of Maharashtra since last year. Last year, it was for the autonomous colleges and some PG departments. And this time, it is for all the UG and all the colleges for that matter. Okay. In fact, while we are into the implementation of NEP 2020, one must have given a thought towards it that why at all we are required to go into the implementation or go into the new policy as such, new education policy. Okay. So can anybody let me know about that? Why at all you feel that this policy was necessary? I would appreciate all the participants that if you can, turn on your videos so that we can at least virtually see each other and get each other's feeling on the context of talk as such. Right. मी तुम्हाला विचारतो आहे की साधारणतः आपल्याला असं का बरं म्हणजे तुम्ही ह्याला ॲप्रिशिएट करता का की नवीन एज्युकेशन पॉलिसीची खरंच आवश्यकता होती किंवा नव्हती? I hope this is fourth or fifth day of this particular program. So by now, I think a lot many things must have been talked on NEP 2020. Dear all participants, I'm asking you.
I think
Yes, Chimankar sir.
this means new education policy is important for us now because today's scenario of industrial requirements means whatever the gap we are facing in between our curriculum
Very good.
and of industries or like that things. So to overcome those gap or to reduce the gap between our curriculums means our teaching methods in old pattern and the recently what kind of need we have in industry's requirement. So I
Yeah,
think in
yeah.
that point
Very
of
true.
view, it is necessary. Means we can say it is a need of today.
Yeah, yeah. So nice of you. You have given very right explanation on this. In fact, anybody else has to share, has anything to share? Or otherwise I will proceed with. So in fact, what Chimankar sir has shared is very true that it is need of an hour because things around us have changed so much. Okay, if you consider, I mean, I will just share a very simple example. Yesterday there was a vintage car exhibition here in Nagpur. Okay, so many cars were exhibited there in the exhibition, and so many old cars basically. तर आपण त्या कार पाहिलं, त्या कारचं स्ट्रक्चर पाहिलं, त्याचं चेसिस पाहिलं, त्याचे टायर्स पाहिले, त्याची बॉडी पाहिली, त्याचं डायल पाहिलं, तर आपल्याला असं आढळेल की त्याच्यामध्ये सगळ्या गोष्टी ह्या बऱ्याच जुन्या पद्धतीच्या आहे. स्टील वी हॅव सम काइंड ऑफ फिलिंग, अँटिक फिलिंग अबाउट इट. ओके, त्याचं डायल पाहिलं तर तुम्हाला असं दिसेल की आता सिन्स मेनी ऑफ यू आर फ्रॉम इंजिनिअरिंग बॅकग्राऊंड, ते अनालॉग डायल आहे. त्याच्यामध्ये असा तो काटा सरकतो स्पीड दाखवायला किंवा अजून आजकालच्या कार तुम्ही बघत असाल तर त्याच्यामध्ये यू विल अप्रिशिएट दैट कि इट इज़ अ डिजिटल डिस्प्ले नाउ डेज, है ना. मतलब उसमें आपको फिगर्स नंबर्स विल बी डिस्प्लेड. लॉट मेनी चेंजेस हैव टेकन प्लेस, नो, राइट फ्रॉम दैट era to today's era. So many developments have taken place, wireless keys, and remotely you can turn on turn off your car. Before you enter into the car you can turn on your AC, and airbags, safety measures, electronic systems there. So many changes. Okay, nowadays there are electrical vehicles, e-vehicles, they have coming. So things around us have changed so much. It's not about the automobile sector, but you consider any sector for that matter, you will find that lot many things have changed. May it be a health sector, may it be a agriculture sector, may it be a service sector. Okay, may it be for that matter the education sector. Things are now improving or changing. Okay, in fact there was bit delay in the education sector to adapt to the new technologies, and in fact it is because of the COVID that in a sense we can say that it's boon for education sector that we are now compulsorily, or we are emphasizing there on the technology as such nowadays very late as compared to other sectors. तो अदर सेक्टर्स में इतने सारे डेवलपमेंट हो गए हैं, और अदर सेक्टर्स के लिए ह्यूमन रिसोर्स कहाँ से आता है? ह्यूमन रिसोर्स इज कमिंग फ्रॉम द एजुकेशनल सेक्टर, आई मीन एजुकेशन सेक्टर एज सच, कि हम बच्चों को पढ़ाते हैं और बच्चे जाके इंडस्ट्री में या बाहर जाके काम करते हैं, वहाँ पे वर्क करते हैं, इस तरीके से होता है. तो वहाँ इंडस्ट्री में अगर इतना डेवलपमेंट है पर वो इनकारपोरेट हमने हमारे सिलेबस में, करिकुलम में नहीं किया, तो our students will be surprised while they go into the industry because they find so many new things, okay, which were not incorporated in their syllabi. मतलब सिलेबस में नहीं है, और इंडस्ट्री में जाके तो उनको एकदम से शॉकिंग एक्सपीरियंस आता है, बिकॉज लॉट ऑफ ऑटोमेशन हैज टेकन प्लेस नो नाउअडेज. सिंपल एग्जांपल ऑफ योर वॉच. अगर रिस्ट वॉच में हमको हमारा ब्लड प्रेशर, ईसीजी, एवरीथिंग इज मॉनिटर्ड, और वहाँ से एआई का यूज करके वहाँ से आपको डायरेक्टली डॉक्टर का अपॉइंटमेंट भी इट कैन टेक इफ इट इज आईओटी बेस्ड. ओके, मतलब यहाँ तक चीजें चेंज हो गई है. पर हमने अगर बच्चों को या हमारे करिकुलम में ये चीजें नहीं इनकॉर्पोरेट की है, तो स्टूडेंट्स विल नॉट एक्वायर द रिक्वायर्ड स्किल इन द इंडस्ट्री. मतलब इंडस्ट्री को जो चाहिए वो हम स्टूडेंट्स को नहीं दे पा रहे हैं. ओके, एंड देयरफॉर इट इज इट इज अ रिस्पॉन्सिबल थिंग फॉर वाइडनिंग द गैप बिटवीन इंडस्ट्री एंड एकेडेमिया. ओके, तो ये गैप रिड्यूस करने का कोई तो जरिया होना चाहिए, एंड दैट जरिया कैन कम थ्रू यूर सम पॉलिसी, है ना. और वो पॉलिसी इज नथिंग बट यूर न्यू एजुकेशन पॉलिसी. हम उसको क्रिटिसाइज करते हैं, कुछ लोग अप्रिशिएट करते हैं, फॉरगेट अबाउट दॅट. परंतु अगर हमने देखा, आता आपण जर बघितलं तर काळाची गरज ही आहे की आपण आपल्या सिलेबसमध्ये, आपल्या करिक्युलममध्ये मुलांना काय पाहिजे ते आपण, म्हणजे इंडस्ट्रीला काय पाहिजे, व्हॉट आर द डिमांड्स ऑफ द इंडस्ट्री, बिकॉज नाउ इट इज वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट इंडस्ट्री 4.0. Okay, and since we are talking about industry 4.0, we also talk about education 4.0. But are we really into education 4.0? खरंच आपण एज्युकेशन 4.0 मध्ये आहोत का? तर ह्याचा देर इज अ बिग क्वेश्चन मार्क बेसिकली, है ना. तो अनलेस and until we collaborate with the industry, we understand their demands, we incorporate their demands as a part of our curriculum, okay, we imbibe our students with the required skill set basically, okay, which is required for the industry, तोपर्यंत आपले स्टुडंट्स एम्प्लॉयबल होणार नाही ना. ओके, आणि आपण एकीकडे असं ओरडत असतो नेहमी की आपले स्टुडंट्सला जॉब मिळत नाही, किंवा आपल्या स्टुडंट्स अनएम्प्लॉईड आहेत वगैरे वगैरे. आणि याच्यातलं एक मजेदार गोष्ट अशी की आपल्याकडनं स्टुडंट पासआउट झाल्यावर तो एखाद्या स्टडीज सेंटरला जातो, किंवा कुठे अजून सिडॅक सारख्या सेंटरला जातो, आणि तिथे परत ॲडिशनल कोर्सेस करतो. आणि ॲडिशनल कोर्सेस केल्यावर त्याला ॲक्वायर्ड, म्हणजे जे स्किल पाहिजे ते ॲक्वायर करतो, आणि नंतर तो फेस करतो इंडस्ट्री. ओके, किंवा मग डायरेक्टली समजा इंडस्ट्रीमध्ये गेला तर इंडस्ट्री हॅज टू स्पेंड ऑन देअर ट्रेनिंग. ओके, म्हणजे याच्यामध्ये त्याचे एकतर पैसे जातील, त्याचा वेळ जाईल, किंवा इंडस्ट्रीचे पैसे जाईल, किंवा इंडस्ट्रीचा वेळ जाईल. Meaning that the product which is coming out of, it's basically a human resource. The product which is coming out of the education sector, okay, is not ready for taking up the job. ओके, आणि आपल्या एज्युकेशन पॉलिसीचं असं रिकमेंडेशन आहे की दे शुड बी रेडी फॉर द जॉब. ओके, टू दॅट एक्सटेंट पॉलिसी इज एक्सपेक्टिंग द चेंजेस देअर इन अवर सिस्टम ॲज सच. आणि म्हणून मला असं वाटतं की आपल्याला आपण मुलांना परत असं म्हणतो बऱ्याच वेळा की बुवा त्याच्याकडे स्किल सेट नाही आहे. स्किल सेट कुठून येणार? स्किल सेट इज बेसिकली द वे वी टीच देम, ओके, वी हँडल देम. ओके, म्हणजे आपण एकीकडे असं बघतो की ITIचे स्टुडंट्सला देर आर ॲम्पल ऑफ जॉब्स अवेलेबल. ओके, आर यू रिअली अप्रिशिएटिंग? I mean, are you getting what I'm trying to tell you or convince you? Yeah. So the thing is this की ITIच्या मुलांकडे आता एक जॉबच्या ऐवजी त्याच्याकडे 10 जॉब्स अवेलेबल आहे, आणि तो सांगतो की आई वडिलांनी मला सांगितलं की मला जॉब घ्यायचा नाही आहे, मला अजून शिकायचं आहे. ओके, सो दॅट इज द सिच्युएशन देअर इन ITI. बट आपल्या डिग्री कॉलेजच्या स्टुडंट्सचं काय होत आहे की त्यांच्याकडे डिग्री आहे, परंतु त्यांना जॉब मिळत नाही. याचं कारण एकच आहे की कॉम्पिटन्सी लेवल आपल्या स्टुडंटची आणि ITIची देर इज अ डिफरन्स. ओके, बिकॉज दे हॅव मोर हँड्स ऑन सेशन ऑर प्रॅक्टिकल नॉलेज. ओके, आपण आपल्याकडे प्रॅक्टिकलचा फॉर्म्युला काय आहे? 80-20%. ओके, 80% थिअरी, 20% प्रॅक्टिकल. ओके, आणि तेही प्रॅक्टिकल आपण रिपिटेशन करतो, त्याच्यामध्ये काही इनोव्हेटिव्ह आपण करत नाही. तेच ते त्याला टोपो करतो तो जर्नलचा, आणि परत लिहितो, आणि ते परत सबमिट करतो, आणि त्याला फुल मार्क्स मिळतात. ओके, सो टू दॅट एक्सटेंट वी आर इन्फिरियर फॉर द प्रॅक्टिकल नॉलेज ॲज सच. ओके, आणि म्हणून त्याची कॉम्पिटन्सीच लेवल वाढत नाही ना, आणि कॉम्पिटन्सी लेवल नसल्यामुळे त्याला एम्प्लॉयमेंट मिळणं कठीण होतं. Okay, and therefore it has been decided to integrate दी स्किल एज्युकेशन अँड दी मेनस्ट्रीम एज्युकेशन. ओके. आणि हे सुद्धा आपल्या पॉलिसीमध्ये सांगितलेलं आहे. पॉलिसीमध्ये हे सांगितलं आहे की देअर हॅज टू बी दी व्होकेशनलायझेशन ऑफ द एज्युकेशन, राईट. आणि हे व्होकेशनलायझेशन ऑफ द एज्युकेशन जोपर्यंत होणार नाही तोपर्यंत आपल्या विद्यार्थ्यांची कॉम्पिटन्सी लेवल वाढणार नाही. मे इट बी एनी डिसिप्लिन, इंजिनिअरिंग ऑर आर्ट्स ऑर कॉमर्स ऑर सायन्स ऑर वॉट एव्हर. ओके. कुठलेही याच्यामध्ये तुम्हाला ह्या सगळे बदल आणावेच लागतील आणि त्याच्या माध्यमातून त्यांची आपली कॉम्पिटन्सी लेवल किंवा स्किल सेट त्यांचा जो आहे तो इम्प्रूव्ह होईल. ओके. सो विथ दिस पर्टिक्युलर बॅकग्राऊंड, इफ यू कॅन नाव अप्रिशिएट द इम्पॉर्टन्स ऑफ द व्होकेशनलायझिंग दी मेनस्ट्रीम एज्युकेशन, विल बिगिन विथ द प्रेझेंटेशन. ओके. आता याच्यावर काही क्वेरी असेल किंवा कोणाला काही बोलायचं असेल किंवा शेअर करायचं असेल तर आय थिंक आय शॅल अप्रिशिएट इट or welcome it. Dear all participants, I wanted to make it more interactive, so I'm posing lot many questions to you. In fact, requesting you to share your feelings, no questions basically, but just to ask you about your feelings on whatever I have been talking on, and keep you engaged in the session. That is the very purpose. कोणाला काही शेअर करायचं आहे? आर यू विथ मी, ऑल ऑफ यू?
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Abhay Gaikwad here.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir. I hope, yeah. Thank you so much. Where is your video?
I'll just bring it on.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, how are you, Abhay?
I'm doing fine. How
Yeah,
are you?
good. Yeah. So let us proceed.
Yeah, sure. Sir, one question.
Yeah.
See, the engineering number of engineering college and number of students which are coming
Yes.
up.
Yeah.
So when we talk about the skill development, and we have laboratories, let's say, but when we say industry ready, right? So we need inputs from the industry also.
Of course.
Yeah. So with the amount of institutes and students, and then the industry requirements, how this I feel how this will be balanced.
Yeah, certainly. सर, आत्ता आपल्याला NEP 2020च्या माध्यमातून there is lot of freedom given to the faculty members for structuring their curriculum. Okay. In fact, you can collaborate with the industries. Okay. आता बऱ्याचशा बिग कॉर्पोरेट्स दे आर कमिंग फॉरवर्ड अँड सेटिंग अप सम लॅबॉरेटरीज इन द इन्स्टिट्यूशन्स, किंवा ते त्यांच्या बोर्ड ऑफ स्टडीजमध्ये आता जस्ट नॉट फॉर दी नेमसेक, परंतु ॲक्टिवली पार्टिसिपेट करतात आहे आणि त्यांच्या रिक्वायरमेंट काय आहे, जसं SCL आहे, अजून देर आर अदर बिग कॉर्पोरेट हाऊसेस, की त्यांच्या काय जी रिक्वायरमेंट असेल ते रिक्वायरमेंटप्रमाणे तो आउटकम बेस्ड सिलेबस तयार होतो आणि आउटकम बेस्ड सिलेबस तयार करून तो मुलांना शिकविला जातो. आणि त्याच्या संदर्भातलं काही प्रॅक्टिकल असेल तर दे वेलकम दी स्टुडंट्स टू स्पेअर से थ्रू सम इंटर्नशिप ऑर सम काइंड ऑफ अप्रेंटिसशिप इन देअर शॉप फ्लोअर. ओके. आणि तिथे मुलांना प्रॅक्टिकलचं नॉलेज अजून चांगल्या पद्धतीने दिल्या जातं. आणि असा कोलॅबरेटिव्ह आपण अरेंजमेंट जोपर्यंत इंडस्ट्रीसोबत करणार नाही, इनफॅक्ट आपण इंडस्ट्री आणि अकॅडमिया हॅज टू टाईड अप व्हेरी क्लोजली. ओके. अनलेस अँड अंटिल दॅट हॅपन्स, इट इज गोइंग टू बी व्हेरी डिफिकल्ट. अदर वे कॅन बी लाईक नाउअडेज, यू ऑल्सो नो इट, की आपल्यालाही माहिती आहे सर की देर आर व्हर्च्युअल टूल्स अवेलेबल, लॅबॉरेटरीज, आणि त्याच्या माध्यमातून आपण वी कॅन हॅव अ टूर ऑफ इंडस्ट्रीज ऑल्सो, की आणि सिम्युलेशन पॅकेजेसच्या माध्यमातून यू कॅन प्रोव्हाइड दी काइंड ऑफ hands-on experience for the students as such. जसं तर पायलट ट्रेनिंगचं आहे त्याच पद्धतीने तुमचे प्रॅक्टिकल सेशन सुद्धा ह्या पद्धतीने डिझाईन करू शकता. देअर आर टूल्स अवेलेबल सो दॅट यू गेट अ फील दॅट you are actually working there on some practical. So there are many things, many tools, many ways to do it, I think, but the thing is that the initiative has to come from all sides, असं मला असं वाटतं. I hope I have answered your query. If you have few more things to share, you can. Fine. Anybody else has to comment? Right. So let me share my presentation. So, dear all participants, I hope my screen is visible to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, in this session, I'll be talking on National Credit Framework and overview. So, how many of you have really heard of National Credit Framework? Can anybody let me know on that? Okay.
We are aware of this levels.
Yes.
and this.
Yeah. So, you already know it, National Credit Framework, right? Fine. So still, if there is some repetition in my session, kindly let me know so that I can skip that particular topic or point. And as well, also if you have some query on that particular point, you can raise that, or if you want to share a few more things which I have not covered, you are welcome. So that let us not, let us not waste this time or opportunity to interact and listen to each other so that collectively we grow, right? So in this particular session, I shall be trying to, tell you about the skill education, which already you know because many of you have the background. Then integration of vocational education, national credit framework, academic bank of credit, multiple entry, multiple exit, challenges and opportunities, and conclusion and recommendation. Okay. So, dear all friends, as you all know that vocational or skill education may be defined as wherein there is more emphasis on the hands-on session or practical knowledge. And in traditional education, we are, banging on theoretical knowledge as such. But then what is the advantage of having the emphasis on basically the skill education? The emphasis, I mean, the advantage is here is that it will enhance the employability and it will also foster the entrepreneurial qualities of the students as such, and it will help in a sense to bridge the gap between the education system and the industry. Okay, so with these few comments, let us move forward because I am not going to spend much time on these trivial things which you already know. But other way also to look at the importance of vocational education is to appreciate this particular slide, because here what I have shown is that I have taken some developed countries, and in these countries basically the exposure of the students to the vocational education is much more as compared to we in India. Okay, you take the example of Germany, Switzerland, Australia, South Korea, Singapore, Norway, Denmark, so many. Okay, you will find that most of the places, more than 50% of the students are exposed to the vocational education. Okay, which in a sense helping them to enhance their skill set as such. Whereas in India, we have the exposure to the vocational education which is at the national level is around 6% if I consider the GER. Okay, But importantly, look at the number of students entering in the schools is around 26 crores, 87%. And colleges, it's only 4.5 crores. And that to vocational education exposure is around 16 lakhs or so. So we are very poor as far as the exposure of vocational education to the students is concerned. But in a sense, we can also say that since they are more exposed to the vocational education, they are contributing more to the economy of the country. And therefore, we find that these countries are more developed as compared to we as such. Okay. And hence, it is an urgent need for all of us to understand this particular gap and incorporate vocational education there in our mainstream education, which is one of the recommendation of our NEP 2020. Right. You also remember this particular, it is 26 crores and so around 22 crores of the students, they are, going into informal kind of education or some kind of, in jobs which is not of their liking and all. Okay, and they are not into the mainstream education or enhancing their skills. So this is very pitiable situation and alarming situation for all of us, because we all the time say that our country is the young nation and has a lot of potential as far as young generation is concerned of our country, which is given in this particular slide as such. Okay, we see that we have as an young population is around 62%, which is in the age group of 15 to 19. Okay, and right from 2011 to 2036 projected figures, if we find it is still going young. Okay, so we have a lot of space with us, so that we can utilize this particular human resource, which is ample in number as far as our country is concerned. And it is also projected that by 2030, it is expected that world's third working person will be from India as such. Okay, so that is the kind of potential as a country we have as far as the young human resource is concerned. But we have to tap it, we have to nurture it, we have to guide it properly, so that it becomes a contributive in nature as such, maybe for the global perspective or the national perspective, right? But we have to look at this particular thing very seriously. And therefore, we need to look at what are all those 21st century skills which we should imbibe in our students, so that they become more employable. Okay, and therefore, if we look at the recommendations of World Economic Forum, or for that matter, other surveys, you find that you have to have some kind of skills like ways of thinking which imbibe the creativity and innovation, critical thinking, that is problem solving. This might be repetition for many of you, but then I'm just rushing through so that there is a continuity maintained as far as presentation is concerned. Okay, and also learning to learn kind of skills they have to have. Tools for working like information literacy, ICT literacy, they should have ways of working, collaboration and communication. Now it is not an era of competition, but it is an era of communication and collaboration. Okay, we also hoping that Indian human resource is going to serve the world as such in time to come, and therefore they need to know the living in the world, like citizenship, cultural awareness, personal and social responsibility. And therefore we have tried, or NEP 2020 has given the recommendation for holistic education as such. Okay, so with this kind of background, let us throw some light on the transformative nature of NEP 2020. That is New Education Policy 2020. We always say that it is a transformative policy. Why we say it is a transformative policy? Because there is no gradual change in the policy. It is in a sense a disruptive policy. Disruptive, as you all know that disruptive. Why? Because lot many changes are happening in one go, in one stroke. Okay, and therefore आपण त्याला म्हणतो की ती disruptive policy आहे, right? And since its nature is disruptive, we are finding it difficult to implement it, because we have to adapt to many changes simultaneously. Okay, we have to incorporate many changes simultaneously, and therefore, since it is not gradual, we find it difficult, and then we curse it, we criticize it. Okay, but never mind, dear all participants, that it is going to give you very good results in time to come, because it will take much more time to stabilize, to mature, maybe more than 5 years or so. But after that, I think you will really appreciate what has been recommended there as a policy document, which is NEP 2020. It's only the 86, 87 pages, but is a very powerful, uh, draft as such. And therefore, what this NEP 2020 in a nutshell says is this, that it should provide the high quality education integrated with vocational education, training and skilling, and make it aspirational. Okay. Meaning nowadays, still we as an individual or maybe as a society, while we look at the vocational education, we get a feeling of inferior education kind of thing. Okay, आपण त्याला असं म्हणतो की वा 10वीत त्याला काहीच नाही जमलं, त्याला मार्क्स कमी मिळाले म्हणून त्यांनी जावं आपलं आणि ITI करावं. परंतु जो थोडा चांगले मार्क मिळवतो तो त्याला आपण इंजिनिअरिंग मध्ये किंवा बाकीच्या स्ट्रीम मध्ये टाकतो, कारण की असं वाटतं आपल्याला की तो खूप चांगल्या पद्धतीने स्कोअर केला आहे आणि तो पुढे चांगलं करेल. आणि म्हणून आपलं एक नेचर जे आहे ही सवय लागलेली आहे की ITI कडे बघायचं किंवा व्होकेशनल एज्युकेशन कडे बघण्याची जी पद्धत आहे ती इन्फेरियर आहे. म्हणून हे आपल्याला बदलवणं आवश्यक आहे. आणि इट हॅज बीन देअर सिन्स सो मेनी जनरेशन्स टुगेदर. ओके, आजची गोष्ट नाही आहे. आणि ते इतके सिमलेसली आपल्यामध्ये इम्बाईब झाली आहे की आपल्याला त्याच्याबद्दल काहीच नाही वाटत. आणि म्हणून आता जर आपण आत्ताच्या घडीचा जर विचार केला तर असं वाटतं की आपल्याला व्होकेशनल एज्युकेशन इज क्वाईट इम्पॉर्टंट. ओके, ॲज दॅट ऑफ अवर मेन स्ट्रीम एज्युकेशन. ओके, अँड देअरफोर वी हॅव टू मेक इट ॲस्पिरेशनल. म्हणजे असं आपल्याला हवं असं वाटलं पाहिजे की बा स्किल एज्युकेशन किंवा व्होकेशनल एज्युकेशन सुद्धा घेतलं पाहिजे. Okay, because nowadays I think and in fact you being engineering background persons, you will appreciate की आता आपण जगामध्ये कितीतरी लोक बघतो आहे की ज्यांचं बॅकग्राऊंड काही खूप किंवा ड्रॉपआउट्स आहेत, त्यांनी एज्युकेशन खूप काही घेतलेलं नाहीये, परंतु त्यांच्याकडे तो स्किल सेट आहे, ती कॉम्पिटन्सी आहे, आणि दे हॅव बिकम दी स्टॉलवर्स इन दी वर्ल्ड ॲज सच. Okay, there are so many examples I can quote. Okay. And therefore, it's not only about the degree or the degree page, okay, which will embrace you to that you have some knowledge. Okay, without degree, without certificate, if someone is having good knowledge, and there are many cases as we proceed in the session, I will quote those examples there and you will really appreciate that time की हो हे खरं आहे की बाबा आपल्याकडे कितीतरी असे व्यक्ती आहे किंवा लोक आहे ज्यांच्याकडे डिग्री नाही, सर्टिफिकेट नाही, परंतु त्यांच्याकडे स्किल्स आहे चांगले. ओके, आणि ते स्किल्स कुठेतरी आपण अकोमोडेट केले पाहिजे, कुठेतरी अप्रिशिएट केले पाहिजे. ओके, त्यांना त्या स्किलच्या माध्यमातून एक संधी मिळाली पाहिजे की ते मेन स्ट्रीम एज्युकेशन मध्ये येऊ शकतात. Okay, to that extent there is a freedom given in this transformative policy. Okay, and therefore this transformative policy also tells you that the removing the distinction between the general education and vocational education by establishing the academic equivalence and mobility between and within them. Okay, म्हणजे तुम्ही मेनस्ट्रीम एज्युकेशन मधनं व्होकेशनल एज्युकेशन मध्ये किंवा व्होकेशनल एज्युकेशन मधनं मेनस्ट्रीम एज्युकेशन मध्ये तुम्हाला जाता आलं पाहिजे. अँड देअरफोर इट इज मल्टी एंट्री मल्टी एक्झिट काइंड ऑफ पॉलिसी. Okay, also you will find that it is a multidisciplinary and holistic education. There is a recommendation in the policy. Multidisciplinary, why? Because none of the sector can grow alone. कुठलीही सेक्टर घ्या तुम्ही, आता हेल्थ सेक्टर जर घेतलं तुम्ही तर सगळ्या याच्यामध्ये तुम्हाला रोबोटिक सर्जरी दिसेल किंवा लॉट ऑफ ऑटोमेशन दिसेल तुमच्या पॅथॉलॉजीमध्ये, इन्स्ट्रुमेंट्समध्ये. तुमचं ॲग्रिकल्चर सेक्टर घ्या, नावडेज यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट दी स्प्रेइंग त्याला ड्रोन स्प्रेइंग आपण म्हणतो, त्या टू दॅट एक्सटेंट देर आर मेकॅनायझेशन हॅपनिंग देअर इन द ॲग्रिकल्चर सेक्टर. म्हणजे कुठलंही असं सेक्टर नाही की तिथे फक्त तुम्हाला ॲग्रिकल्चरचं नॉलेज लागेल आणि बाकीचं लागणार नाही. ओके, अँड देअरफोर एव्हरी अदर सेक्टर हॅज इंटरव्हीन्ड विथ मेनी अदर सेक्टर्स. ओके, म्हणून ॲग्रिकल्चर युनिव्हर्सिटी सुद्धा आता सिंगल युनिव्हर्सिटी, युनिटरी युनिव्हर्सिटी राहणार नाही, त्या मल्टीडिसिप्लिनरी युनिव्हर्सिटीज व्हायला लागेल. Okay, because it is need of the time, right? Okay, and therefore this transformative policy recommends that, gives a lot of emphasis on that. Okay, multiple entry multiple exit pathways in general and vocational education. आणि multiple entry multiple exit साठी तुम्हाला माहिती असेल की सगळ्यात चांगली गोष्ट जर कुठली असेल तर ती आहे अकॅडमिक बँक ऑफ क्रेडिट. अली सरांनी थोडाफार तुम्हाला सांगितलं आहे त्याच्याबद्दल, अकॅडमिक बँक ऑफ क्रेडिट बद्दल. मी पूर्ण तर सेशन ऐकलं नाही, बट वॉट एव्हर इन दी last portion what he was talking about academic bank of credit, it's really very innovative concept. आणि ही कन्सेप्ट इतकी पॉप्युलर झाली की लॉट मेनी अदर युनिव्हर्सिटीज आउट ऑफ द कंट्री दे आर कमिंग अँड ट्राईंग टू लुक ॲट दिस. And it has given the provision, or it has given us a provision for multiple entry multiple exit, because you store your credit at one place and then you use it as if it is your bank. Okay, and therefore it is possible to multiple times go out of and come in the education as such. Okay, because your credit remains intact. Okay, also the beauty of this particular policy is that it has a educational acceleration and recognition of prior learning. म्हणजे आधीचं काही नॉलेज असेल, पिढ्यानपिढ्या आपल्याकडे चालत आलेलं नॉलेज असू शकतं, किंवा आपल्या एक्सपिरियन्सच्या माध्यमातून आपल्याकडे नॉलेज असू शकतं ते, किंवा एज्युकेशनल ॲक्सलरेशन म्हणजे तुम्हाला तुमच्या स्पीडनी एज्युकेशन घेता आलं पाहिजे. एखादा स्लो लर्नर असेल तर तो स्लो पद्धतीने आपलं एज्युकेशन घेईल, एखादा फास्ट लर्नर असेल तर तो आपल्या पद्धतीने एज्युकेशन घेईल. That provision is there in this transformative policy. Internationalization of education, you might have witnessed multiple universities, foreign universities are coming here in India. Our institutions with good NIRF ranking are going outside and setting up their campuses outside. Okay, also because of internationalization, our students will have the facility to directly go there in the foreign universities and come back and all. Their education will also be recognized in the industrial sector of our country as such. Nowadays, prior to this time, there were a lot of problems ना. आपण फॉरेन मधनं MS करून आला तर आपली युनिव्हर्सिटी विद्यापीठ काय म्हणतं की याची इक्विव्हॅलन्सी सेटअप करा, त्याच्यानंतरच त्याला PG दुसऱ्या ठिकाणी ऍडमिशन किंवा सर्टिफिकेट किंवा त्याला जॉब मिळेल इथे. There were lot many hurdles basically which we created. Okay, and those are removed at all there in this particular policy. Okay, डिजिटल ऑनलाईन लर्निंग आहे, मल्टीलिंग्विझम अँड यूज ऑफ टेक्नॉलॉजी. म्हणजे मी तुम्हाला जे सांगत होतो आधीच्या स्लाइडमध्ये की साधारणतः 26 करोड विद्यार्थी हे स्कूल एज्युकेशनमध्ये येतात आणि त्याच्यापैकी फक्त 4.5 करोड आपल्या हायर एज्युकेशनमध्ये येतात. म्हणजे राहिलेले 22 करोड जर आपल्याला शिकवायचे असेल चांगले, बिकॉज वी वॉन्ट टू लीड ॲज फार ॲज ह्युमन रिसोर्स इज कन्सर्न द वर्ल्ड ॲज सच. ओके, मग आपल्याला वर्ल्डला जर लीड करायचं असेल तर त्यांना आपल्याला चांगलं नर्चर केलं पाहिजे, त्यांना आपल्याला चांगले स्किल्स दिले पाहिजे, त्यांना चांगलं शिकवायला पाहिजे. मग त्यांना आपल्याला मेन स्ट्रीम एज्युकेशनमध्ये आणायचं असेल तर ह्या 22 करोड विद्यार्थ्यांना आपण कुठे बसवणार? बिकॉज द ब्रिक अँड मॉर्टर मॉडेल आपल्याकडे जे आहे आता सध्याचे जे स्ट्रक्चर्स, ओके, त्याच्यामध्ये 4.5 करोड स्टुडंट्स आले तरच तर ते खूप फुल होऊन जातात. आणि हे जर 22 करोड आपल्याला घ्यायचे असेल तर व्हेरी डिफिकल्ट, नेक्स्ट टू इम्पॉसिबल. अँड देअरफोर देर इज नो अदर वे दॅन टू अडॅप्ट टू दी यूज ऑफ टेक्नॉलॉजी. म्हणून आता तुम्ही सगळे मॅक्झिमम लोक इथे इंजिनिअरिंग बॅकग्राऊंडचे असल्यामुळे तुम्ही यू विल रिअली ॲप्रिशिएट. But when I talk with this particular thing with our fellow colleagues in other streams, arts, commerce, ज्या फ्रॅटर्निटी सोबत जेव्हा आम्ही बोलतो तेव्हा बऱ्याचदा असं होतं की एक रेजिस्टन्स तयार होतं टेक्नॉलॉजीच्या यूज बद्दल. आणि मेनी टाइम्स मेनी थिंग्स गो इन अ रॉंग डायरेक्शन. परंतु आत्ता आपण टेक्नॉलॉजीला जर अडॅप्ट केलं नाही तर मला असं वाटतं की वी विल बी आउट ऑफ कंटेक्स्ट ॲज फार ॲज द इम्पार्टिंग एज्युकेशन, न्यू एज्युकेशन इज कन्सर्न. ओके, अँड देअरफोर आपलं जर रिलिव्हन्स आपल्याला अजून इंटॅक्ट ठेवायचं असेल तर मला असं वाटतं की आपण यूज ऑफ टेक्नॉलॉजी हे केलंच पाहिजे. मे इट बी अ इंजिनिअरिंग एज्युकेशन, मे इट बी अ आर्ट्स एज्युकेशन, मे इट बी अ कॉमर्स एज्युकेशन, ऑर एनिथिंग फॉर दॅट मॅटर. Okay, and also this policy provides you provision for the lifelong learning, anytime, anywhere kind of learning is possible through this particular policy. Okay, so with this particular background, we will now dive into the national credit framework. Dear all participants, do you have any query till this particular point as such? Then I will actually begin with national credit framework. कोणाला काही विचारायचं आहे किंवा क्वेरी आहे तर जरूर विचार. I hope I am making some sense. If hello, are you with me, dear all participants? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So has it made some sense while I was discussing about NEP 2020? Can anybody share their feelings on that? Fine. So let us proceed. I hope and I consider it that you are really into this session and appreciating 100%. Okay, because none of us has any query as such, right? So let us understand what this national credit framework is. Okay, what I was trying to tell you till this discussion is about integrating the academic education with vocational education and experiential education. आपल्याकडे एज्युकेशनचे 3 कॉम्पोनंट आपण ठेवलेले आहे, ज्याच्यामध्ये अकॅडमिक एज्युकेशन आहे, एक्सपिरियन्शियल एज्युकेशन आणि व्होकेशनल एज्युकेशन आहे. आणि ह्या तिन्ही एज्युकेशनचं इंटिग्रेशन करून आपले नवीन एज्युकेशन सिस्टम तयार करायची आहे. त्याला आपण ते ॲक्च्युअली रिकमेंडेशन आहे आपल्याला NEP 2020 दिलेलं. Because NEP 2020 recommends that there has to be there is no other go. Okay, there has to be an integration of academic education, experiential education and vocational education. Okay, आणि मग हे सगळं घडवायसाठी, याचं इंटिग्रेशन करण्यासाठी गव्हर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडियानी दे हॅव सेट अप अ व्हेरी पॉवरफुल कमिटी. Okay, which includes University Grants Commission members from that, All India Council for Technical Education, and then there is NCVT, National Council for Vocational Education and Training, NIOS, National Institute of Open Schooling, CBSE, NCRT, DGT, Director General of Training, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Skill Development. Okay, तर हे सगळे secretaries and all other authorities, they formed a committee, and this committee is shown here. Okay, Dr. Kalsi was a chairman of this particular committee, very high power committee, and they have included all the all the persons from all the sectors, maybe professional education, non-professional education, school education, vocational education, स्किलिंग अँड ऑल. ओके, आणि ह्या कमिटीनी जे काही डॉक्युमेंट तयार केलं त्या डॉक्युमेंटला आपण नॅशनल क्रेडिट फ्रेमवर्क असं म्हणतो. ओके, the recommendation or the policy document which has been prepared by this particular committee is known as National Credit Framework. And in National Credit Framework, why was the necessity of National Credit Framework there? Is because to achieve the vision and intent of NEP. ओके, म्हणजे NEPचं जे विजन आहे आणि त्यांनी जे सांगितलेलं आहे NEP मध्ये, ते जर आपल्याला रिअलाइज करायचं असेल तर त्याला काहीतरी डॉक्युमेंट लागेल, त्याला काहीतरी गाईडलाईन लागेल, त्याला काहीतरी एक रेग्युलेशन लागेल. ते रेग्युलेशन, त्या गाईडलाईन्स इज नथिंग बट the National Credit Framework, which is a document available there on the UGC website and Ministry of Education website. Okay, or otherwise also it is available everywhere on the net. If you search, you will get it. ओके, मग आता हे डॉक्युमेंट जे आपल्याला तयार केलं आहे, हे डॉक्युमेंट आहे काय याच्याबद्दल आपण माहिती घेऊया. ओके, सो नॅशनल क्रेडिट फ्रेमवर्क इज अ आउटकम ऑफ 3 अदर फ्रेमवर्क्स. NHEQF सगळ्यांनी ऐकलं असेल, नॅशनल हायर एज्युकेशन क्वालिफिकेशन फ्रेमवर्क, NHEQF, which is which is also available there in the UGC website, and आपला higher education is governed by this particular document. Okay, NSQF, National Skill Qualification Framework, is governing the vocational or skill education in India. Okay, which is a recommendation of NCVT. Okay, and then National Curriculum Framework for School Education. Okay, which is also available there. आणि ह्या तिन्ही म्हणजे आपल्याला जे इंटिग्रेशन करायचं आहे ते याच्या माध्यमातून आणि ह्या तिन्हीचा स्टडी करून एक कंबाइंड नॅशनल क्रेडिट फ्रेमवर्क तयार झाला आहे. That is NCRF basically, and therefore this NCRF is termed as the meta framework. Okay, meta framework because it is encompassing all other three frameworks as such. Okay, which is a school education, higher education, and vocational and skill education, and therefore there is umbrella kind of nature of national credit framework. आणि ह्या नॅशनल क्रेडिट फ्रेमवर्कच्या माध्यमातून आपल्याला NEP 2020चे रिकमेंडेशन्स राबवायचे आहे. सो विथ दिस पर्टिक्युलर थिंग नाउ लेट अस अंडरस्टँड व्हॉट इज NCRF. NCRFचा बेसिक जर युनिट बघितलं तुम्ही तर NCRFचं बेसिक युनिट आहे क्रेडिट्स. ओके, आणि व्हॉट आर दोज क्रेडिट्स? क्रेडिट्स आर बेसिकली क्वांटिफाईंग द लर्निंग आउटकम्स. आपण जे आउटकम बेस्ड एज्युकेशन म्हणतो त्याचे जे लर्निंग आउटकम्स आहेत त्याला क्वांटिफाय करायचं असेल तर आपण त्याला क्रेडिट अवॉर्ड करतो. ओके, आणि देर इज ऑल्सो सिमिलर कन्सेप्ट कॉल्ड ॲज क्रेडिट पॉईंट्स. तर क्रेडिट पॉईंट्स आणि क्रेडिट्समध्ये काय फरक आहे किंवा हाऊ द क्रेडिट पॉईंट्स आर डिराइव्ड is basically multiplication of credits with credit level gives you credit points. तर आता आपण टाइम बिंग वी विल रिमेंबर दिस. आता आपण हे लक्षात ठेवू की क्रेडिट पॉईंट्स म्हणजे क्रेडिटचा आणि क्रेडिट लेवलचा गुणाकार आहे. ओके, आता आपल्याला माहिती आहे की क्रेडिट काय आहे, विच आय टोल्ड यू ऑलरेडी. ओके, क्रेडिट पॉईंट्स काय आहे हे पण माहिती आहे. क्रेडिट पॉईंट्स इज बेसिकली मेकॅनिझम फॉर कम्पेअरिंग द लर्निंग आउटकम्स. ओके, and quantifying the learning outcomes is basically credit. Okay, आता आपल्याला माहिती नाही एकच गोष्ट याच्यामध्ये ती क्रेडिट लेवल आहे. ओके, तर आपण जसं पुढे जाऊ तसं आपल्याला ही कन्सेप्ट क्लिअर होईल. टाइम बिंग यू जस्ट कीप इन युअर माइंड व्हॉट क्रेडिट लेवल, बट ॲज वी प्रोसीड इन दिस सेशन आय विल लेट यू नो व्हॉट इज द क्रेडिट लेवल ॲज सच. ओके, आणि त्याच्यानंतर दुसरं काय रिकमेंडेशन आहे आपल्या NCRFचं किंवा NCRF मध्ये काय दिलेलं आहे दुसरं, तर ते हे की नॅशनल लर्निंग अवर्स इन अ इयर फॉर असाइनमेंट ऑफ क्रेडिट्स. ओके, NCRF असं रिकमेंड करते की नोशनल लर्निंग अवर्स, प्रस्तावित शिक्षणाचे तास, ओके, फॉर असाइनमेंट ऑफ क्रेडिट्स अक्रॉस द स्कूल वगैरे जे आहे ते 1200 तास असायला पाहिजे. 1200 अवर्स इन अ इयर म्हणजे एका सेमिस्टरमध्ये 600 तास. ओके, आपण 600 तासाचं लर्निंग ऍक्टिव्हिटीज करतो एका सेमिस्टरमध्ये, एका वर्षामध्ये 1200 तास. ओके, आणि हे कोणासाठी लागू आहे? दिस इज दिस इज अप्लिकेबल टू 6 स्टँडर्ड्स टू PhD ऑनवर्ड्स. ओके, 6 स्टँडर्ड ऑनवर्ड म्हणजे 6व्या वर्गापासनं तर PhDच्या वर्गापर्यंत हे लागू आहे 1200 तास. परंतु प्ले ग्रुप किंवा प्री स्कूल टू 5th ग्रेड पर्यंत जर एज्युकेशन आपण कन्सिडर केलं तर त्याचे लर्निंग अवर्स ग्रॅज्युअली और टॅपर्ड केलेले आहे, रिड्यूस केलेले आहे. म्हणजे 800 पासून तर 1000 पर्यंत एका वर्षामध्ये. ओके, म्हणजे प्री स्कूल असेल तर 800 आणि सेमिस्टर असेल तर 400 आणि 5वी पर्यंत ते 1000. ओके, परंतु दिस इज बिकॉज लुकिंग ॲट देअर एज ग्रुप द नंबर ऑफ लर्निंग अवर्स हॅव बीन रिड्यूस्ड फॉर दी प्री स्कूल टू 5th स्टँडर्ड. पण 6th स्टँडर्ड ऑनवर्ड्स प्रत्येकाला ॲट पार अप टू PhD लर्निंग अवर्स, नोशनल लर्निंग अवर्स आर 1200. आणि एका वर्षामध्ये प्रत्येक स्टुडंटला 40 क्रेडिट अर्न करायचे आहे, म्हणजेच एका सेमिस्टरमध्ये 20 क्रेडिट अर्न करायचे आहे. राईट. ओके, तर किती तासाचा एक क्रेडिट होईल ते आपण जर याला कॅल्क्युलेट करायचं असेल तर 600 गुणेला 600 भागेला 20 करा किंवा 1200 भागेला 40 करा तर आपल्याला नोशनल लर्निंग अवर्स विल बी काउंटेड ॲज 1 क्रेडिट. ओके, म्हणजे तो भागाकार जो आहे तो 30 येईल आणि 30 हे नोशनल लर्निंग अवर्स आहे. NCRF मध्ये जे रिकमेंडेशन आहे त्याच्यामध्ये असं सांगितलं की 30 तासाचा एक क्रेडिट होईल तुमचा. आता आपण जे कन्सिडर करतो ते सगळ्या म्हणजे 15 अवर्स आपण करत होतो एक क्रेडिट वगैरे, परंतु आता 30 आहे. 30 याच्यासाठी आहे की देर इज नथिंग लाईक नाऊ दी एक्स्ट्रा करिक्युलर ऍक्टिव्हिटीज or co-curricular activities, everything will be creditized. म्हणजे तुम्ही कुठलीही लर्निंग ऍक्टिव्हिटी घ्या ती क्रेडिट होईल. ओके, आणि ती क्रेडिट होणार आहे म्हणून नोशनल लर्निंग अवर्स आर 30. ओके, एका क्रेडिटसाठी 30 अवर्स तुम्हाला स्पेंड करायचे आहे. मे बी इट इज अ होमवर्क ऑल्सो. ओके, परंतु ती लर्निंग ऍक्टिव्हिटी आहे म्हणून त्याचं क्रेडिट जे आहे एका 30 तासाचं एक क्रेडिट कन्सिडर केलं आहे. राईट, इट्स नॉट ओनली दी क्लासरूम टीचिंग और प्रॅक्टिकल. मग अशा कुठल्या ऍक्टिव्हिटीज आहे की ज्या आपण क्रेडिटमध्ये ट्रान्सफर करतो, किंवा नवीन एज्युकेशन पॉलिसीमध्ये आता अशी कुठलीही ऍक्टिव्हिटी, लर्निंग ऍक्टिव्हिटी नसणार आहे की जी क्रेडिटाईज होणार नाही. एव्हरीथिंग विल बी क्रेडिटाईज. ओके, तर कुठल्या कुठल्या गोष्टी क्रेडिटाईज होणार आहेत ते आपण बघू. ओके, तुमचं क्लासरूम टीचिंग, लॅब वर्क, क्लास प्रोजेक्ट्स, असाइनमेंट, ट्युटोरियल्स, टेक्निकल व्होकेशनल एज्युकेशन ट्रेनिंग, स्किलिंग, प्रोजेक्ट वर्क, फील्ड विजिट्स, industry attachments, online, digital, blended learning, internship, apprenticeship, experiential learning, on-job training, examinations, class test, quizzes, assignments, sports, games, physical activities, performing arts, music, yoga, handicraft work, bagless days, social work, community work, NCC, Shrammadan, debate, discussion, conferences, so many. Any activity student participate in will be creditized. It all depends upon the regulator, right? But the provision is there. Okay. तर आता आपल्याला कुठलीही अशी एक्स्ट्रा करिक्युलर किंवा को करिक्युलरचा कन्सेप्ट नाही. योगा जर करत असेल तरी त्याला क्रेडिट मिळणार, right? And therefore we talk about the holistic education, the all-round development of the student. It's not only expected that he will shine into the his or her technical education, or for that matter discipline education, but in all other fields also. The all-round development or all-round personality of a students needs to be created. So that is where this NCRF is recommending. Okay, आता आपण हे बघू की क्रेडिट लेवल काय आहे. आधी मी हे सांगितलं तुम्हाला का क्रेडिट पॉइंट्स इज नथिंग बट द मल्टिप्लिकेशन ऑफ क्रेडिट विथ दी क्रेडिट लेवल. आता क्रेडिट लेवल इज व्हॉट? क्रेडिट लेवल अशा डिफाईन केलेले आहे की फॉर एक्झाम्पल दॅट इज एज्युकेशन लेवल बेसिकली. ओके, म्हणजे एखादा मुलगा किंवा मुलगी जर ग्रेड 5th पास झाला असेल तर असं आपण म्हणू की त्यांनी लेवल 1 ऑफ एज्युकेशन क्रॉस केली. ओके, एखादा मुलगा किंवा मुलगी जर 8वी पास असेल तर आपण असं म्हणू की त्यांनी लेवल 2 ऑफ एज्युकेशन क्रॉस केली. ओके, इफ समवन इज 10th स्टँडर्ड पास, we will call her or him as level 3. He or she has crossed the level 3 of education. आणि 12वी जर पास झाला असेल तर लेवल 4 ऑफ एज्युकेशन त्यांनी क्रॉस केली. म्हणजे स्कूल एज्युकेशनला लेवल 1 पासनं तर लेवल 4 पर्यंत एज्युकेशन लेवल्स असाइन केलेल्या आहेत NCRF मध्ये, राईट? आणि हायर एज्युकेशन जर तुम्ही बघितलं तर हायर एज्युकेशनची लेवल 12वी नंतर, 12वीची जर 4 आहे तर ही आहे 4.5. UG1 undergraduate first year is education level 4.5. As we proceed and go along the line, you will find that as we reach PhD, it is education level 8. आता दुसऱ्या अजून स्लाइडवरनं ते परत क्लिअर होणार, परंतु हायर एज्युकेशनच्या लेवल 4.5 to 8 डिफाईन केलेले आहे, राईट? आता आपण असं ठरवलं आहे की याला इंटिग्रेट करायचं आहे आपल्या व्होकेशनल एज्युकेशन सोबत सुद्धा, और ट्रेनिंग और स्किलिंग सोबत सुद्धा. तर म्हणून व्होकेशनल एज्युकेशनच्या लेवल सुद्धा जस्ट टू एस्टॅब्लिश दी इक्वॅलन्स बिटवीन दी हायर एज्युकेशन अँड व्होकेशनल एज्युकेशन, इट्स लेवल ऑल्सो आर डिफाईन्ड ॲज लेवल 1 to लेवल 8. लेवल 1 म्हणजे लोएस्ट लेवल ऑफ कॉम्पिटन्सी आणि लेवल 8 म्हणजे हायेस्ट लेवल ऑफ कॉम्पिटन्सी. ओके, आणि तुम्हाला माहिती असेल NSQF जर आधी आले होतं तर त्याच्यामध्ये तुम्हाला असं आठवत असेल खूप आधी 2015-16 मध्ये सुद्धा NSQF होतं, परंतु त्याच्या लेवल्स होत्या लेवल 1 to लेवल 10. ओके, आता इट हॅज बीन रिड्यूस टू लेवल 1 to लेवल 8 जस्ट टू एस्टॅब्लिश द इक्वॅलन्स बिटवीन हायर एज्युकेशन. कारण आपण असं म्हटलं की मल्टिपल एंट्री मल्टिपल एक्झिटचं प्रोव्हिजन आहे, म्हणजे व्होकेशनल मधनं तो इकडे जाऊ शकतो किंवा इकडनं इकडे येऊ शकतो, म्हणून ही प्रोव्हिजन NCRF नी केलेली आहे, राईट? एनी क्वेरी टिल this point, dear all participants. I have been poking in between so that you remain alert in this session. तर ह्या ज्या लेवल आपण डिफाईन केलेल्या आहे, ह्या लेवल 1 to लेवल 8, प्री स्कूल टू लेवल टू क्लास 5, लेवल 1, क्लास 5 आपण म्हटलेला आहे, क्लास 8 इज लेवल 2, क्लास 10 इज लेवल 3, क्लास 12 इज लेवल 4 अँड ब्ला, राईट. आणि ही डायग्राम आता खूप महत्वाची आहे आणि इम्पॉर्टंट आहे, सो दॅट मे बी इट इज इझियर फॉर इंजिनिअरिंग बॅकग्राऊंड पार्टिसिपंट्स, बट इट इज इंडीड very interesting, going to be very interesting for other participants, because this is as if we look into the engineering diagram, it is a 3-dimensional diagram, okay, and there are 3 axes, the academic axis, the skill axis, and the experiential axis. Okay, you just have a look at this particular mouse which is moving there. Okay. तर academic axis is basically having levels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, level 1 is your 5th standard, level 2 is your 8th standard, level 3 is your 10th standard, level 4 is your 12th standard, and level 4.5 is your UG1, undergraduate 1, level 5 is UG2. ओके, 5.5 इज UG3. ओके, आणि 3 वर्षाची जर डिग्री असेल, ओके, तर लेवल 6 इज गोइंग टू बी PG1 फॉर देम, बट इफ इट इज अ 4-year डिग्री फॉर सम ऑफ द स्टुडंट्स, इट विल बी UG4. ओके, लेवल 6 हॅज अ ड्युअल नेचर, राईट. मग ज्याचं PG1 असेल त्याची 6.5 इज PG2. ओके, आणि ज्याचं UG4 म्हणजे 4 वर्षाचा इंजिनिअरिंग जर असेल कोणी, तर त्याची 6.5 म्हणजे PG1 लेवल आहे. ओके, लाईकवाईज PG2 इज 7 आणि 8 इज PhD. अशाच लेवल ह्या ज्या आहे ह्या ऍक्सिसवर दिसेल तुम्हाला. स्किल ऍक्सिसवर 1.0 to 8. ओके, अशा लेवल दिलेल्या, म्हणजे लोएस्ट कॉम्पिटन्सी टू हायेस्ट कॉम्पिटन्सी. हायेस्ट कॉम्पिटन्सी इन अकॅडमिक ऍक्सिस इज PhD. ओके, अँड स्किल ऍक्सिसवर 8.0 म्हणजेच ती इक्विव्हॅलंट टू PhD आहे, हे लक्षात घ्या तुम्ही, राईट. ओके, आणि त्याचं अजून एलॅबरेट आपण पुढेच्या स्लाइडमध्ये करू, बट टाइम बिंग वी रिमेंबर धिस. ओके, आणि तिसरा जो ऍक्सिस आहे तो आहे एक्सपिरियन्शियल लर्निंग. म्हणजे मी तुम्हाला जे सांगत होतो की आधी इंटिग्रेशन ऑफ 3 एज्युकेशनल कॉम्पोनंट्स, the academic education, the skill education, and the experiential education. म्हणजे तुम्ही you will appreciate if I go back and take to this slide. इथे academic education आहे, experiential education आहे आणि vocational education आहे. ओके, ह्या तिन्ही एज्युकेशनचे कॉम्पोनंट्स म्हणजेच ते आपले 3 ऍक्सेस इथे, राईट. तर तिसरा जो ऍक्सिस आहे तो एक्सपिरियन्शियल लर्निंग आहे किंवा प्रोफिशियन्सी ऍक्सिस आहे. ओके, त्याला ह्या लेवल एज्युकेशन लेवलमध्ये क्वांटिफाय नाही केलेलं आहे. ओके, बिकॉज एक्सपिरियन्शियल लर्निंग इज डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द नंबर ऑफ एक्सपिरियन्स इन नंबर ऑफ इयर्स. ओके, लाईक एखाद्याला समजा 1 वर्षापेक्षा कमी अनुभव असेल तर तो ट्रेंड कॅटेगरीमध्ये येईल. जर त्याची एक्सपिरियन्स 1 ते 4 मध्ये असेल तर तो प्रोफिशियंट कॅटेगरीमध्ये येईल. जर एखादा 4 ते 7 वर्षाचा एक्सपिरियन्स असेल तर तो एक्सपर्ट कॅटेगरीमध्ये येईल. आणि एखाद्याला समजा 7 वर्षापेक्षा जास्त अनुभव असेल आणि त्याच्यानंतरचे सगळेच ते विल फॉल इनटू दी मास्टर कॅटेगरी. ओके, ह्या सगळ्या कॅटेगरीज इथे दिलेल्या आहे एक्सपिरियन्शियल लर्निंगसाठी. ओके, मग असं जर असेल आणि आपल्याला याच्यामध्ये इक्विव्हॅलन्स एस्टॅब्लिश करायचा असेल तर आपल्याला इथे सुद्धा ह्या कॅटेगरीचं ट्रेन, प्रोफिशियंट, एक्सपर्ट, मास्टरचं मॅपिंग करायला पाहिजे एज्युकेशन लेवलमध्ये. ते मॅपिंग कसं करायचं ते आपण पुढच्या स्लाइडमध्ये बघू किंवा त्याच्या पुढच्या स्लाइडमध्ये बघू ॲज वी प्रोसीड इन दी प्रेझेंटेशन. But timing, you remember that, and hope that you all have understood this particular diagram. Very important and interesting diagram, just to explain. आणि ही जर समजली असेल तर then we will proceed, right? याच्यावर काही query? Fine. Hoping that you all are really appreciating what I'm trying to convince you. NCRF लेवल, आता हा जो चार्ट आहे हा तुमच्या समोर इथे स्क्रीनवर दाखवलेला आहे. याच्यामध्ये पहिल्या कॉलममध्ये अकॅडमिक बँड आहे, अकॅडमिक ग्रेड आहे, दुसऱ्यामध्ये व्होकेशनल एज्युकेशनच्या ग्रेड्स आहेत तिसऱ्यामध्ये, आणि नंतर NCRF क्रेडिट लेवल्स आहे. ओके, क्रेडिट अर्न्ड आहे आणि नंतर क्रेडिट पॉइंट्स आहे. ओके, फॉर एक्झाम्पल जर तुम्ही 5वीचे विद्यार्थी आहे तर 5वीचे विद्यार्थी आहे तर त्याची एक तर क्लास 5th ग्रेड असेल किंवा NSQF लेवल 1 असेल त्याची. ओके, इफ ही और शी इज इन टू व्होकेशनल एज्युकेशन, इफ ही और शी इज इन मेन स्ट्रीम एज्युकेशन और अकॅडमिक एज्युकेशन, ग्रेड 5th असेल त्याची. ओके, आणि ह्याच्यामध्ये याची लेवल जी आहे ती एज्युकेशन लेवल 1, जरी तो NSQF ला असेल किंवा म्हणजे व्होकेशनलला असेल किंवा अकॅडमिकला असेल, त्याची लेवल 1 असेल इथे. ओके, तसंच आता 1च्या खाली तुम्हाला अजून लेवल दिसतात आहे, बिकॉज द लेवल्स हॅव बीन स्टार्टेड फ्रॉम प्री स्कूल लर्निंग, म्हणजे 0.1 पासून ऍक्च्युली एज्युकेशन लेवल सुरू झाली, आणि हा 3 वर्षाचं इंटिग्रेटेड प्री स्कूलिंग असल्यामुळे याला मल्टिप्लाइड बाय 3 केला आहे. ओके, आणि म्हणून 0.1 into 3 इज दिस लेवल. ओके, मग त्याची फर्स्ट स्टँडर्ड, सेकंड स्टँडर्ड, थर्ड स्टँडर्ड, फोर्थ स्टँडर्ड, 5th स्टँडर्डच्या लेवल आहे. 5th स्टँडर्डला जेव्हा येईल तेव्हा तो लेवल 1 ऑफ एज्युकेशन आपण म्हणू. ओके, तसंच तो जेव्हा 8वी पास होईल तेव्हा लेवल 2 ऑफ एज्युकेशन त्यांनी क्रॉस केलेला असेल. राईट. ओके, आणि त्याच्यानंतर त्यांनी समजा 10वी पास केलं तर लेवल 3 ऑफ एज्युकेशन त्यांनी पास केलेलं असेल. 12वी असेल तर 4.0 लेवल त्यांनी क्रॉस केलेलं असेल. फर्स्ट इयर पास केलं तर 4.5 त्यांनी कंप्लीट केली लेवल. सेकंड इयर पास झाला 4.5.0 लेवल त्यांनी केली. राईट. आता याच्यामध्ये इंटरेस्टिंग हा कॉलम आहे. याच्यामध्ये तुम्हाला 6व्या वर्गानंतर PhD पर्यंत एका वर्षामध्ये 40 क्रेडिट्स दिलेले आहे. ओके, आणि त्याच्या खाली बिकॉज द नॅशनल लर्निंग अवर्स आर 1200 इयर्स ॲट पार, इक्विव्हॅलंट आहे सगळ्यांसाठी. ओके, 6वी पासून तर PhD पर्यंत 1200 तास तुम्हाला लर्निंग अवर्स तुम्हाला करायचे आहे. परंतु त्याच्या खाली जर आपण बघितलं तर याच्यामध्ये तुम्हाला व्हेरिंग दिसेल, कारण 800 to 1000 पर्यंत ती नॅशनल लर्निंग अवर्सची रेंज आहे, आणि म्हणून इथली क्रेडिट्स सुद्धा म्हणजे चेंजेस आहे याच्यामध्ये. राईट. आता लास्ट कॉलम जो आहे, लास्ट बट वन, इज क्रेडिट पॉइंट. म्हणजे क्रेडिट पॉइंट मी जे तुम्हाला असे सांगत होतो ते मल्टिप्लिकेशन ऑफ युअर क्रेडिट विथ द क्रेडिट लेवल. ओके, जसं आता ह्या कॉलममध्ये 10वीचं त्याचं जे लेवल आहे ती 3.0 आहे, आणि त्याला 40 क्रेडिट घ्यायचे आहे, म्हणजे त्याचे टोटल क्रेडिट पॉइंट किती झाले? 120. ओके, ही ऑर शी वुड हॅव अर्न the total credit points which are 120 when he or she passes the 10th standard examination. ओके, आता हे लक्षात ठेवा हा फिगर, कारण हा फिगर आपण पुढे कामात घेणार आहोत. तसंच याच्यामध्ये 12वी जर तुम्ही पास झालात तर 12वीची जी एज्युकेशन लेवल आहे ते 4.0 आहे, आणि क्रेडिट पॉइंट्स आहे ते 160 आहे, बिकॉज टोटल क्रेडिट्स टू बी अर्न्ड आर 40. सो 40 into 4 इज 160. राईट. तर 12वीला तुम्हाला 160 घ्यायचे आहे, फर्स्ट इयरला 180, सेकंड इयरला 200 वगैरे वगैरे. ओके, सो टाइम 10th standard your credit points are 120. Is there any query? Is there any query? I'm asking. Hello. Fine. Do you have any query, madam? Okay. So, hello. So, if it is not there, kindly mute your mic so that others are not disturbed. I would urge you to kindly mute your mic. Fine. Also, you will find that there are different color codes given. So, these are the education bands. Okay. ह्या एज्युकेशन बँड्स आहे वेगवेगळे, आणि तुम्हाला इक्वेलन्स जर एस्टॅब्लिश करायचं असेल किंवा दुसऱ्या बँडला जायचं असेल तर पहिला बँड तुम्हाला क्लिअर करणं आवश्यक आहे. राईट. आणि याच्यामध्ये जसं आपण आधी असं म्हणत होतो की आपलं एज्युकेशनचं मॉडेल जे आहे ते 10+2 ओके असं म्हणत होतो, परंतु आता नवीन एज्युकेशनचं मॉडेल आपण काय म्हणतोय की 5+3+3+4 ही नवीन एज्युकेशन मॉडेल आहे. 5 इज फाउंडेशनल इयर्स, 3 इज प्रिपरेटरी, ओके, अनदर 3 इज मिडल एज्युकेशन, and then next 4 is 10th and 12th. Okay, so 5+3+3+4. This is the new education model prescribed by the new education policy for the school education as such, right? आणि हे एज्युकेशनचे बँड्स तुम्ही लक्षात ठेवा, बिकॉज वी आर गोइंग टू यूज इट फर्दर इन फर्दर डिस्कशन ॲज सच, राईट. आता तुम्हाला जे मी सांगितलं होतं ह्या डायग्राममध्ये की देअर हॅज टू बी मॅपिंग ऑफ दिस कॅटेगरीज इन टू सम लेवल्स. ते कसं होतं हे आपण बघू ह्या चार्टमध्ये. ओके, लेट अस ट्राय टू अंडरस्टँड दॅट देर इज समवन हू इज ट्रेंड or proficient or expert or master. Okay, आणि for example let us consider that someone has passed the 10th examination. Okay, 10th examination पास केली त्यांनी, आणि म्हणजेच काय की त्यांनी लेवल 3 ऑफ एज्युकेशन कंप्लीट केलं. लेवल 3 ऑफ एज्युकेशन कंप्लीट करून तो कुठेतरी जॉबमध्ये गेला. ओके, आणि तिथे त्यांनी काम केलं. काम करून त्यांनी 3 वर्ष काम केलं. फॉर एक्झाम्पल लेट अस कन्सिडर दॅट ही ऑर शी हॅज वर्क 3 years देअर आफ्टर हिज ऑर हर 10th एक्झामिनेशन. ओके, म्हणजे 3 वर्षाचा एक्सपिरियन्स झाला त्याचा. ह्या कॉलममध्ये जे सांगितलेलं आहे ते मल्टिप्लाइंग फॅक्टर आहे. ओके, तर तो जेव्हा 10वी पास झाला तेव्हा त्याच्या अकॅडमिक बँक ऑफ क्रेडिटमध्ये 120 क्रेडिट होते, बिकॉज लेवल 3 मल्टिप्लाइड बाय 40 कम्स आउट टू बी 120. ओके, म्हणजे त्याच्याकडे तेव्हा जेव्हा तो एक्सपिरियन्स म्हणजे जॉबवर गेला तेव्हा त्याच्याकडे त्याच्या बँकमध्ये 120 क्रेडिट पॉईंट होते, राईट. ओके, नाव ही वॉन्ट्स टू कम बॅक टू द एज्युकेशन अगेन, टेकिंग एज्युकेशन. ओके, मग आता त्याचं क्रेडिट आपल्याला कन्वर्ट करायला पाहिजे, कारण त्यांनी जे 3 वर्ष इकडे घालवले किंवा एक्सपिरियन्स घेतला, तर तो एक्सपिरियन्स आपल्याला मॅप करायला पाहिजे, सो दॅट वी विल डिफाईन द न्यू एज्युकेशन लेवल फॉर हिम. ओके, तर ती कशी डिफाईन करायची, तर त्याच्यामध्ये 120 तास त्याचं जे बेस क्रेडिट होतं, बेसिक क्रेडिट त्याच्याकडे जे होतं त्याला मल्टिप्लाइंग फॅक्टरनी मल्टिप्लाय करायचं 1.33 नी. ओके, वेन यू मल्टिप्लाय इट कम्स आउट टू बी 159.6 विच इज इक्वॅलंट टू अ राउंडेड अप टू 160 क्रेडिट. ओके, म्हणजे 10वी नंतर त्याने 3 वर्षाचा एक्सपिरियन्स घेतला आणि तो जेव्हा बाहेर येतो तेव्हा त्याचं असेसमेंट होऊन त्याला 160 क्रेडिट दिल्या जाईल. 160 क्रेडिट हे कशाचे आहे, हे 12वीचे आहे. म्हणजे त्याला आपण डायरेक्टली 12वीचं सर्टिफिकेट द्यायचं का, नाही. त्याला आपण 12वीचं सर्टिफिकेट याच्यासाठी देऊ शकणार नाही की 12वीचे जे काही अदर त्याचे पर्टिक्युलर सब्जेक्ट्स आहे, लँग्वेजेस आहे, ते त्यांनी अजून केलेले नाही, जरी त्याचं हँड्स ऑन सेशन असेल. पण त्याचा ॲडव्हान्टेज काय आहे, मग त्याला हा ॲडव्हान्टेज आहे की ही ऑर शी कॅन डिमांड दी एक्झामिनेशन. ऑन डिमांड एक्झामिनेशन प्रोव्हिजन इज देअर इन नॅशनल क्रेडिट फ्रेमवर्क. as and when you feel or student feel that he needs to be examined, okay, he or she can demand the examination. That provision is there. It all depends upon the regulator like universities or autonomous colleges or private universities whether to implement it or not. Okay, but the provision is there in the NCRF. म्हणजे ऑन डिमांड एक्झामिनेशन मुळे त्याला डायरेक्टली इफ इट्स कम्फर्टेबल और ही और शी कॅन डू सम लँग्वेज कोर्सेस दे आर फ्रॉम दी नॅशनल ओपन स्कूलिंग सिस्टम. ओके, नॅशनल ओपन स्कूलिंग सिस्टममधनं तो आपले लँग्वेजचे कोर्सेस करून मग तो सबमिट करेल आणि मग त्याला आपण 12वीचं सर्टिफिकेट त्याला तो बँड क्रॉस करून देता येईल, राईट. सो दॅट इज अ प्रोव्हिजन, बट हिज ऑर हर experience which he or she has gained will not be vested one. ओके, आधी असं होत होतं की त्याला परत 0 पासून सुरुवात करा, पण ह्या एज्युकेशन पॉलिसीमध्ये इट इज ऑल पॉसिबल. मल्टिपल एंट्री, मल्टिपल एक्झिट, देर इज अ प्रोव्हिजन विदाउट लॉस ऑफ इयर्स ॲज सच. ओके, सो विथ दिस लेट अस मूव फर्दर अँड वी विल बी ट्राईंग टू फोकस ऑन दी एज्युकेशन ॲक्सलरेशन. ओके, म्हणजे एखादा खूप हुशार मुलगा आहे आणि त्याला 5वीमध्येच 10वीचं 8वीचं किंवा जे काही त्याला सगळं अभ्यास येतो, तर ही इज अ गिफ्टेड चिल्ड्रन. ओके, तर त्याला फास्ट ट्रॅकवर त्याला लर्न करू द्या. लेट अस नॉट स्टॉप हिम ऑर हर. ओके, सो दॅट प्रोव्हिजन इज देअर, राईट. एखादा समजा खूप इंटरनॅशनल अचिव्हर आहे, स्पोर्ट्समध्ये, गेममध्ये, सायन्स, टेक्नॉलॉजी, सोशल वर्कमध्ये आहे, परफॉर्मिंग आर्ट्समध्ये आहे, ट्रेडिशन अँड हेरिटेज किंवा फाईन आर्ट्समध्ये आहे, लिटरेचरमध्ये आहे, इंडियन नॉलेज सिस्टममध्ये आहे, ब्ला ब्ला, राईट. तर त्याला त्याचं क्रेडिट मिळेल. ओके, देर इज अ प्रोव्हिजन फॉर गिव्हिंग हिम ऑर हर क्रेडिट, राईट. प्रोव्हिजन फॉर रेकग्निशन ऑफ प्रायर लर्निंग, म्हणजे तुमच्या आधी परंपरागत पद्धतीने जसं आता एखादा गावामध्ये कार्पेंटर असतो किंवा स्मिथी काम करणारा असतो, त्यांच्याकडे स्किल खूप चांगलं आहे, त्यांच्या फॅमिली हिस्ट्रीमध्ये ते चालत आलेलं आहे. आणि परंतु त्याच्याकडे म्हणजे एखादा कार्पेंटर ITI केलेला असेल, त्याच्यापेक्षा त्या गावातल्या माणसाला चांगलं स्किल असू शकेल. ओके, परंतु त्याच्याकडे ना सर्टिफिकेट आहे ना डिग्री आहे. अशा लोकांचं सुद्धा आपल्याला कन्सिडरेशन असेल रेकग्निशन टू प्रायर लर्निंगमध्ये, आणि त्याला सुद्धा सर्टिफिकेटची प्रोव्हिजन असेल. सर्टिफिकेट देऊन तो काही लँग्वेज कोर्सेस करून तो 10वी करू शकतो, 12वी करू शकतो, इंजिनिअरिंग करू शकतो किंवा दुसऱ्या स्ट्रीममध्ये जाऊ शकतो अप टू PhD. देर इज अ प्रोव्हिजन, देर इज अ pathway created. Okay, provision is there, but one has to exploit it for her or his benefit as such. Okay, so to that extent, the total 360-degree freedom is given in the National Credit Framework. त्याच्यामध्ये अपस्किलिंग आहे, रिस्किलिंग आहे, ह्या सगळ्या गोष्टी पॉसिबल आहे. ओके, so but the main important thing to remember is that assessment, याचं कारण असेसमेंट होतं. Assessment in all such cases has to be very objective, creditable, strict and adhere to the high standards so as to keep the integrity of NCRF. ओके, म्हणजे अशा लोकांचं असेसमेंट करण्यासाठी काही असेसिंग सेंटर्स NCVETनी प्रोव्हाइड केलेले आहे. त्यांचं ॲक्रिडिटेशन होतं, त्यांचं रेग्युलेशन होतं, त्यांचं सुपरविजन होतं, आणि त्या सेंटरच्या माध्यमातून हे असेसमेंट करून त्यांना पुढचं पाथवे आपण प्रोव्हाइड करतो. सो दॅट इज अ ब्युटी ऑफ दी नॅशनल क्रेडिट. याच्यामध्ये तुम्हाला माहिती असेल की आता जेव्हा आपण क्रेडिटायझेशन म्हणतो, तर क्रेडिट अक्युम्युलेशन आहे, क्रेडिट स्टोरेज आहे, क्रेडिट ट्रान्सफर आहे, क्रेडिट रिडम्पशन आहे. क्रेडिट रिडम्पशन कधी होतं, सरांनी पण सांगितलं तुम्हाला आधी, की अवॉर्ड ऑफ सर्टिफिकेटमध्ये किंवा डिप्लोमा किंवा डिग्री किंवा ॲडमिशनच्या मध्ये होऊ शकतं. क्रेडिट एक्सपायरी अँड रिन्युअल, इट इज ऑल्सो पॉसिबल. ओके, कारण की फॉर हाऊ लॉंग युअर क्रेडिट हॅज टू रिमेन देअर or can you renew it kind of thing. ते सगळ्या प्रोव्हिजन्स याच्यावर आहे, याच्यामध्ये दिलेले आहे, परंतु रेग्युलेटरवर डिपेंड आहे त्या, राईट. So how does this academic bank of credit work? When the student enters, there is a ABC ID created, अपार ID आपण ज्याला आजकाल म्हणतो, आणि ती ABC ID तो शेअर करेल कॉलेज सोबत. कॉलेज विल कम इन टच विथ NDA, नॅशनल अकॅडमिक डिपॉझिटरी. Depository will verify the collected credits from the college, and then after verifying it will deposit to the student's account, आणि नंतर त्या स्टुडंटला ते त्याचे क्रेडिट दिसेल. ओके, जस्ट लाईक युअर बँक ॲज सच. ओके, तर ह्याचा फायदा काय, की समजा एखादा मुलगा आहे, त्याला इन्स्टिट्यूट बदलायची आहे किंवा कोर्स बदलवायचा आहे, तर दॅट इज देर इज अ प्रोव्हिजन फॉर सच स्टुडंट्स. लाईक केस 1, आपण याच्यामध्ये 3 केसेस असू शकतात, की इन्स्टिट्यूट ऑफरिंग द सेम कोर्स अँड सेम सब्जेक्ट, इन्स्टिट्यूट ऑफरिंग द सेम कोर्स बट डिफरंट सब्जेक्ट, आणि इन्स्टिट्यूट ऑफरिंग द डिफरंट सब्जेक्ट अँड डिफरंट कोर्स ॲज वेल, बोथ डिफरंट. ओके, तरी पण त्या स्टुडंटला एका इन्स्टिट्यूटमधनं दुसऱ्या इन्स्टिट्यूटमध्ये मूव्ह व्हायची प्रोव्हिजन आहे. ओके, फक्त त्याचे जे क्रेडिट ट्रान्सफर आहे ते वेगवेगळे होतील. म्हणजे सेम कोर्स सेम सब्जेक्ट असेल तर सगळ्याच्या सगळं जसेच्या तसं सगळ्या सब्जेक्टचं होईल. काही ज्या कोर्सेसचं असेल तर ते फक्त तेवढ्यापुरतं होईल. नसेल तर त्याला एंट्री लेवल इथे त्याचे कोर्सेस कंप्लीट करावे लागतील, सो दॅट ही ऑर शी विल बी गिवन द एंट्री. ओके, परंतु त्याचे जे अर्लियर क्रेडिट्स आहेत ते दोज विल बी ट्रान्सफर्ड ॲज सच. ओके, सो दॅट काइंड ऑफ थिंग्स आर हॅपनिंग देअर. ओके, आता this I am skipping because we are also reaching the end point as far as our time is concerned. So आता बघा, स्कूल एज्युकेशन म्हणजे आपल्याला ह्याच्यामधनं इक्वेलन्स कसं एस्टॅब्लिश होऊ शकतं, तर तुम्हाला 12वीचं सर्टिफिकेट वेगवेगळ्या पद्धतीने मिळेल. 12वी पास करून सुद्धा मिळेल, NIOSच्या थ्रू मिळेल, 10वी किंवा ITI करून तुम्हाला मिळेल, 10वी किंवा 2 इयर्स ऑफ डिप्लोमा करून तुम्हाला मिळेल, किंवा 10वी प्लस हे अमुक कोर्सेस केले तर तुम्हाला प्रोव्हिजन आहे 12वीच्या सर्टिफिकेटची. ओके, सो देर आर मल्टिपल वेज टू गेट दी 12th certificate so that anybody can come in a mainstream education as such. Okay, because once he or she has the 12th certificate, the doors are open for him or her of the higher education or higher in vocational education as such. Okay. तसं UG2चं पाहिजे असेल तर UG1 + 10 च्या माध्यमातून मिळू शकता, 12वीच्या माध्यमातून मिळू शकता किंवा 12वी अदर वे नी सुद्धा मिळू शकता UG2 ला डायरेक्ट. ओके, सो नाव दी मल्टिपल एंट्री मल्टिपल एक्झिट पाथवेज ते तुम्हाला आधी सांगितलेलं होतं की अकॅडमिक एज्युकेशन टू व्होकेशनल एज्युकेशन अँड व्हाईस वर्सा, और व्होकेशनल एज्युकेशन अँड अकॅडमिक एज्युकेशन टू जॉब मार्केट अँड बॅक, और व्हाईस वर्सा. राईट, हे पण प्रोव्हिजन याच्यामध्ये दिलेलं आहे. ओके, फॉर एक्झाम्पल मल्टिपल एंट्री मल्टिपल एक्झिटचं एक टिपिकल केस, समजा तुमचा 5 इयर इंटिग्रेटेड कोर्स आहे आणि तुम्ही 3 वर्षांनी तो एक्झिट केला, तर 2 वर्ष तुमचे राहिलेले आहे. 2 वर्ष तुम्ही इतर हायर एज्युकेशन इन्स्टिट्यूशन दुसऱ्या डिसिप्लिनमध्ये सुद्धा तो कोर्स करू शकता. ओके, सो दॅट प्रोव्हिजन. इफ समवन इज क्विटिंग दी MTech प्रोग्राम, so after first year then MHOC degree he or she is eligible for. ओके, आता तुम्हाला हे माहिती आहे की फास्ट लर्नर जे मी सांगत होतो की देर इज अ प्रोव्हिजन फॉर ॲक्सलरेटेड लर्निंग ॲज सच. ओके, तर ॲक्सलरेटेड डिग्री प्रोग्राम्स आणि एक्सटेंडेड डिग्री प्रोग्राम्सची प्रोव्हिजन सुद्धा हायर एज्युकेशनमध्ये दिलेली आहे. दिस हॅज बीन अनाउन्स्ड बाय UGC लॉंग बॅक. ओके, की यू कॅन टेलर मेड युअर ड्युरेशन ऑफ द डिग्री. ओके, म्हणजे तुम्हाला 3 वर्षाचा कोर्स 4 वर्षात करायचा आहे किंवा 4 वर्षाचा कोर्स तुम्हाला 3 वर्षात करायचा असेल तरी सुद्धा देयर इज अ प्रोव्हिजन. सो टू दॅट एक्सटेंड UGC हॅज गिवन द फ्रीडम फॉर दी स्लो लर्नर्स अँड फास्ट लर्नर्स ॲज सच. ओके, तर आता सॅलियंट फीचर्स मी तुम्हाला सांगितलेलं आहे, त्याच्यामुळे आय वॉन्ट रिपीट दिस, बट एक्झिक्युटिव्ह समरी ऑल्सो आय एम स्किपिंग, but I would also like to share these challenges and opportunities with you. Though it is looking very lucrative, NCRF National Credit Framework, but it has its own challenges. Okay, like standardizing credit systems and ensuring the quality of vocational education across the country, ensuring widespread awareness and acceptance of framework among the students, parents, educators is very crucial. Okay, different states and institutions may have varying levels of readiness to implement NCRF, leading to inconsistencies in how credits are awarded and transferred. But those can be overcome. But there are ample opportunities like reaching to the next economic level for the country as such. Okay, it will democratize the education. It will also foster an education system that is responsive to the needs of economy, promoting skills development and entrepreneurship. It is going to allow you to collaborate with the industries, with educational institutions to develop the customized vocational. There are many opportunities available, provided by this particular policy. But also it's important that how to recommend it, okay, or popularize it is by expanding the reach of NCRF through such sessions, enhancing industry collaboration, monitoring and evaluation of NCRF implementation. Once you do that, I think it is all possible. And therefore, the final thought is this, that as we look forward, the focus on quality, accessibility, and industry collaboration will be the key to realize the future potential, full potential of vocational education in India. With right policies, partnerships, and commitment to continuous innovation, the national credit framework can transform the way skill-based education is pursued and delivered, empowering new generation of skilled professionals and entrepreneurs to drive India's progress. If we want to be third largest economy in the world, then there is no other way than to adapt to this particular thing. With this, with this kind of thoughts, I take your leave and extend my sincere thanks for your patience listening. I don't know whether you are really there by force patience or you were really out of session, don't know. But thanks a lot. And if you have queries, those are welcome. So I'm coming out of this particular presentation and going back to the screen so that I can see you all there.
धन्यवाद सर, धन्यवाद, थैंक यू सर.
Thank you, sir. But if there are queries, I can take up. Hello. Are you there, participants? I don't know how many participants have registered for it, but at present there are 44 logged in. So if there are no queries, may I take leave, dear coordinator?
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much,
Thank
sir.
you. Yeah, thank you so
Thank
much.
you, sir.
Done.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.